There we go.
Now you hear us.
Merry Christmas! Bah humbug and all that shit. So, here we are on a very special episode of Horror Hangout, Fight Night, talking about our favorite horror Christmas movies. So if it don't got blood, or beasts, or boobs, I'm really just not interested in it. If you're here to tell me about Charlie Brown's Christmas, we know he had Christmas one time, but we just don't care.
He also had Arbor Day.
Now that I care about. That I care about. Because there just are not enough movies about Arbor Day. We're in the wrong thing. Here we go. Dun, dun. There we go. So, let's see. Who's in the chat today? James, what's up? Tatum Rose. Zachary Bird. Hey, Weird Animal.
Yeah, their music video dropped today. You'll see me and Gory in it. I play Scorpion. She just plays herself. Go check out Weird Animal's music video. It's in his library. I think there's
kind of though, but if Scorpion was really pursuing me, I'd hit that.
Jean-Claude Van Damme makes an appearance as well. But yeah, there's like I think 4 versions of the said video, so check it out on Weird Animal.
My buddy Katie is here, Fairpoint Station, the Bong Man. All right, guys. So yeah, a little. I was gonna cancel today because I honestly,
didn't have the Christmas cheer.
I don't, I'll be honest, I get a little bit of the holiday blues, once the sun goes away. And just, had some bad news this week. But you know what? I rallied. I put on my Christmas shirt. They put on their Christmas sweaters. We are here to drink some beer, spread some cheer, talk about some horror movies. So yeah, sorry for the lack of organization. It's a little bit later today. It's a little bit haphazard, but we're going to have a good freaking time is what we're going to do. Don't you know? Horror Collector Fiend, what's up? So, let's see. Today we're going to talk about the best Christmas horror movies. And so this is a little different than a normal fight night. Because normally on fight night, I'm right. Because I've reviewed all the powers of the characters. What? And so, yeah, I know who's going to win. But this time it's all subjective. It's all a matter of opinion. So I made a list of what I thought were the 8 best, but, let's start by, hey, Scott Walker, what's happening? Let's start by talking about, tell me in the chat, what is your favorite Christmas horror movie? Horror. All right. I need somebody to die in this movie. I'm sassy today. Am I sassy today?
Oh yeah. My favorite is Gremlins.
You know what? So let's open up our bracket here. Our sheriff bracket here. It's a bad joke. The jokes are bad today, guys. See, this is why I was gonna cancel it. Hopefully, you guys are still having a good time. I know I'm a little antagonistic today. Truth be told, I did get laid off this week, so that was my Christmas bonus. But yeah, we're all good. John Schmidt, hey, buddy.
I know you.
I know him too.
John Jingleheimer.
Anyway, it's all gonna be good, guys. It's all gonna be good. Okay, so let's see. I agree. I agree with Gremlins. Is one of the best.
It is one of the best.
It is one of the best. So let's put Gremlins on the list. So you guys can see the bracket here in the doobly-doo on the side. And let's see. Where is... Just gonna do this. And do that. Yeah, there we go. Now we're cooking with gas.
I like to cook with oil.
That's why you start so many fires. It is
Tastes
indeed.
better. Tastes better than gas.
Okay. Okay. So, I didn't let you guys say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
Mr. Hanky.
You're not Mr. Hanky. That was last week.
Danny Knightmare.
I like your sweater today. Show it off.
Punish.
I'm rocking some Krampus.
I got Krampus too. Season's Beatings.
Nice. Nice.
I'm
Very
Bekki,
nice. Very nice. Very evil.
the Countess of Creepy.
Very nice,
Ooh,
very
very
evil.
nice. Very nice. Very evil. So my personal favorite, hey Michael Parton, what's happening? My personal favorite Christmas horror movie is going to be the original Black Christmas. So not the one that came in the 2000s, which is, it's fine. It's not a classic.
What about the
And-
one that...
No, no,
The one that came
no.
out
No, 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 no.
2019.
Not that one.
Good. That one sucked.
Okay. I'm going to go with, also guys, like, Fairpoint Station, I love Child's Play. I think Child's Play is pretty great, but I wouldn't call it a Christmas horror movie. I think the holiday of Christmas needs to be essential to the plot. Wasn't it Andy's birthday in that?
Yeah, it was his birthday.
Yeah, it's his birthday.
That's what he gets the present for, anyway.
Yeah. Sandy Absolute. So let's see. I'm going to put...
I think the remake. It is Christmas.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is.
Is that what you're
Yeah.
talking about? I guess that one.
Yeah.
In school.
The remake. We'll talk. Guys, don't make me talk. Don't make me talk about the remake today. Okay, let's talk about Black Christmas, the
The
OG.
remake. Oh.
Daniel, Keith Garrett, Bartholomew Spencer
You
Knight.
didn't want us talking about remakes.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got in the chat. I know we've got some good ones in the chat. My favorite Christmas horror movie is Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yes.
Punish. All right, all right. I like this.
Really?
That was actually the very first horror movie I ever watched. Yep. When I was,
The doozy.
it
What's
was,
that?
I was like 9. And the scene where the girl gets the knife down the side of her like that, it
Yeah.
stuck with me.
Drinking some Christmas ale. See, I got spirit.
There's, and Krampus, of course.
When Linnea Quigley gets stuck on the deer horns, that part stuck with her.
I also love
Literally.
Jack Frost.
Have you guys
Oh,
seen
yeah.
Krampus
Those ones crack me up.
Slays Christmas? Krampus Slays Christmas?
No, yeah.
Tatum likes The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I do
We did
too.
just get done watching Bloody
think
or
anybody
Christmas
actually
Bloody
dies in
Christmas or
that.
what it was. Bloody Christmas.
Ben says the remake is after Christmas but has a death involving Christmas lights. I do remember that.
Mhm.
It's all good, Tatum. I work for an agency that contracts me out, and I'm going to get contracted out to something else. It's just, doesn't make me feel good.
Bad timing.
Black Christmas is awesome. So you think the American Werewolf in London female version would work or not? I mean, American Werewolf in Paris kind of already did that, and it didn't do very well, so probably not. Home Alone is just okay. So I'm gonna go off this list here. We got to put Krampus down. Michael Dougherty's Krampus,
Mm-hmm.
right? Not
Definitely.
any of the other Krampuses. None of them. None of them are good.
Krampus Origins with the Knight of
Jack
Armor
Frost.
suit.
Jack Frost.
Trancers. The Full Moon Classic, Trancers.
It's not a horror movie.
Yeah.
It's not a horror movie.
Oh, it's a Christmas movie.
All right. Horror Collector Fiend is voting for Krampus. Torchbearer Ion wants rare exports and better watch out.
Dial code Santa.
Dial it back a bit, dude. I'm trying to figure out which one of those I want to take. Torchbearer, pick one. I will give you one. We're going to do 8. We're only doing 8, and I'm already up to 5.
You're so sassy
You-
today.
Am I?
You really are.
I'm
It's
not
fine.
charming and lovable?
Well, you're charming and lovable, but you're totally sassy.
Girl, there's mistletoe who I'd kiss you.
Oh.
Christmas Evil. We got Silent Night, Deadly Night. Mr. Bones, there is a Boglin. That is correct. Torchbearer, give me rare exports or better watch out. Pick one. Let me see what's on my list. How do you guys feel about Dial Code Santa? That's one of my personal favorites. It's kind of like Home Alone. I also thought of Anna and the Apocalypse is one I'm considering. I'm also considering Santa's Sleigh.
Don't open till Christmas.
Oh no, that one's not even. I don't think that's a Christmas movie. It just sounds like one. Ginger Dead Man. Is that
all right?
a Christmas?
Torchbearer wants Better Watch Out. So I'm kind of let them fill out the rest.
Somebody out there though was asking about.
Also, it has to be one I've seen because we can't argue it if at least I and Danny haven't seen it. Bekki, she'll be fine. She'll figure it out. She always does. She's got a little. What? What's wrong with my nose?
No, nothing.
I thought you were. Oh! I thought you were telling me I had something on my nose, and now you're being a butt face. Oh, the love, guys. You feel the love? You guys feel the love?
Yeah.
I just watched Christmas Evil for the first time Friday. I actually really love Christmas Evil. Should we have Christmas Evil? I've seen a couple people. I've seen a couple people mention Christmas Evil. So we've got 2 more spots. I'll add Christmas Evil. Why not? See, I'm giving. I'm in the giving spirit. I will let you guys pick both. Santa's Sleigh is a reminder to never piss off Goldberg or Canada.
Yeah, I like Santa's Sleigh.
There's Santa Evil. That one's kind of stupid though.
Scott Walker. We're not gonna. I'll talk to you about Scream another day, my dude.
There's Santa Jaws.
No.
Dun dun.
No.
Dun dun.
The guy from. Okay, so we got. Hold on. Christmas Evil. We got. Yeah. Just watch Violent Night. Oh, I need to see that. Somebody just mentioned one. How about? Do we want Santa's Sleigh?
They want Child's Play.
It's the same person saying Child's Play. They're trying to trick me. And I already gave that person Silent Night, Deadly Night.
You are.
I pay attention to what they're doing. Okay. Let's see. Dial Code Santa or Santa's Sleigh, Anna and the Apocalypse, Black Christmas 2006. Dude, I already have a Black Christmas on here. You're going to have to wait till next year. All right? If you're a good boy next year, we'll do Black Christmas 2006. But I've been reading your reviews on Letterboxd, and Ben, you have not been good. No, I'm kidding. You're great. We love you, Ben. We love you. Actually, Ben is great on Letterboxd. You should follow Ben. I like that Ben is fair. I like people who review things fairly. Just because something pisses you off doesn't mean that it has no value. Ben is pretty fair. I like Ben as a reviewer on Letterboxd. I'm a reviewer on Letterboxd. You can follow me there. Okay, so what do you guys think? Do you guys have opinions on what the last one should be?
I keep just coming up with the Santa Evil, the weird guy at the van.
We got that, Christmas Evil.
Oh, Christmas.
Yeah.
I thought it was called. No, I can't think of her anymore.
What do you think? I'm thinking Santa's Sleigh. I'm thinking Anna and the Apocalypse.
Santa's Sleigh.
I can't, guys. I will be way too mean to the Child's Play reboot. You guys know how I feel about the Child's Play reboot. We're not doing that one today.
Anyways,
No.
Anna and Apocalypse. Put it up.
Nobody in the chat has mentioned Anna and the Apocalypse.
Well, you just did. Don't open till Christmas.
None of them have mentioned that either. I need somebody.
Silent Night, Deadly Night 4.
We have one. We're only doing one from each franchise, so you can't have another Silent Night, Deadly Night.
But part 4 is.
It is great. It is great. It is a classic. No one's saying it's not a classic. Who slew Auntie Rue? Bloodsport, come on, my dude. Ben. All right, Ben. I'm not giving you Black Christmas 2006. How do you?
No.
It's not a horror movie. I'm gonna bring you.
There's monsters. There's violence. There's a man who dresses like a bat.
Ben, help me out here. Are you feeling more Santa's Sleigh or Anna and the Apocalypse? Yes, Ernest Dave's Christmas. King and Kobos Conquers Christmas. Mr. Beefy. I think he's talking about Simpsons.
Oh,
Blood
okay.
Beat?
Yeah, that would make
Ben,
sense.
I'm not giving you blood. I can't do Blood Beat today. I
Master
can't.
versus Demonic Toys.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing Santa's Sleigh, finally. Okay. I'm sassy today, okay? I will concede to a degree.
Can we move where Santa's Sleigh is?
Why?
I don't know. Let's put it where Christmas Evil is.
Okay.
Or where
Okay.
Better Watch Out is.
Well, usually I do this stuff beforehand. I threw this together last minute because I wasn't gonna do it, but I miss you guys. I like you guys. I'm sassy, but I like you guys. I'll say so Gremlins should go against. How about Jack Frost?
All right.
Tough one.
Okay, Gremlin is okay. What's a fair one for Gremlins to go against? Krampus?
Probably. They're both.
They're pretty similar, right?
Yeah, well, they're both up there.
I
with,
mean, like they're
good
both family kind of ones.
family togetherness time.
Hold on a second. Your ponytail's fine.
It's fine.
I think that.
Gonna fix it.
There we go.
Okay. Okay, so Black Christmas and which one? Silent Night, Deadly Night?
Yeah, I think it's fine now.
Yeah.
Let's just go. with
Hold
that.
on, let me take a look. I want Jack Frost and Santa's Sleigh. They're both raunchy kind of comedies. Better Watch Out and Christmas Evil. I kind of want Better Watch Out and Dial Code Santa.
I think those movies need to actually switch titles, to be honest. Well, no. Better Watch Out should be called.
Should we do Better Watch Out and Dial Code Santa? But they're similar.
I think Better Watch Out.
I think it
That's
looks great.
the song Better Watch Out because Santa Claus is coming to town.
Okay, I understand your argument here, honey, but you're totally talking about something different than what we're talking about.
Yeah, I think it's good the way
Are
it is.
they a good pairing?
Yeah, the way
Okay,
it is.
my
Is great.
my buddy Dice Roland, Dice, I miss you. Dice, I miss you. Okay, we haven't had a Freaky Girls live in a while. You know what, Dice? I'm gonna message you. We need to do a stream together soon.
Oh, I'm going to stream.
You're on the stream right now.
Oh, I'm going to stream with Dice too.
Fine, you can be on the stream with Dice. He totally just uses me for my cool friends.
Yeah. Roll the dice.
Okay. All right. So I got my 8 movies, and now, guys, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun because you don't need to hear me give you a whole bunch of research on my nose, a whole bunch of research on all the abilities and stuff. Oh, thank you, Tatum. Tatum gave us a super chat. Thank you.
Thanks.
And where is my... There we go. Okay, so that should come up now. All right. Thank you so much, Tatum. She says, Merry Christmas, Gory. My girl and Danny, my girl and Danny. Oh, thank you so much. Guys, I totally miss you. I totally miss you. I totally miss you all the time.
Tasty.
I do miss her.
And the fucked up thing you used to do.
Yeah. Totally miss the honesty. Okay.
Anyways.
Thank you, Tatum. Tatum is the best at getting the bots. Tatum is like, okay, and my alert box is working now. So I'm sorry, Tatum, that the alert box didn't come up, but I did put some fun things in there. If you guys decide to give a super chat, it will work now. I promise. It's up. Okay. Yes, Dice, we're gonna hang out soon. I'm gonna message you after this. Okay, so first up, guys, Gremlins and Krampus. So I could probably adjust this bracket so you guys, I don't know how well they can see this. No. Whoa. No.
I have a feeling the bigger you make it, the more they'll be able to see it.
How's that?
That's better. Even I can see it.
Well, what? That's too much then.
Dial it back some.
I'm not Saint Gory. I don't need to make it to where, like, you know, blind people can see it. Okay. Oh, balls. Okay. Is that good? So this is our first little bracket we're doing here. What do you guys think of that?
Bracketeer.
The bracketiest bracket I've ever seen.
Is it big enough? Like, I actually do want you to see it. I'm sorry I'm so sassy. You see my friend?
Yeah, I can. Well, I mean, yeah, I can sort of see it.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, I'll be able to figure it out.
Where are your spectacles?
They're in the other room, but when I put them on, they get all shiny.
It's all good. You don't need your spectacles. I'll read it for you. I'll be like you're seeing eye dog.
Be right back.
Okay, well, now that she's gone. Gremlins and Krampus. She has seen those.
Yeah.
So, guys, let me know in the chat how you feel about Gremlins and Krampus. Which one is the better movie? In fact, you know what? I'm going to get you guys that poll up. What? What? Did I say something filthy?
I said get that poll up.
Yeah.
You're the one that said it.
Which one is the better Xmas horror? All right, I'm just gonna do that. Okay, so let's put this in the chat. And yeah, you guys can pick whatever you want. Gremlins and what was the other
That doesn't matter. Gremlins is what you should vote.
one? Daniel. Daniel, be fair.
Krampus, which I like too. It really is sad round.
Let's talk about the benefits of the positives of both. Bekki, you coming?
Coming as far as I can.
Okay, so we got Gremlins and Krampus. Well, I'm gonna be fair and tell you what I think are. I think one, these have both become Christmas classics.
Yeah.
I think they're ones that I enjoy watching every year. They're both ones I have in my collection. They both definitely qualify as horror, even though I know Gremlins is largely considered more of a family film. There is that scene with the medicine cabinet, the science lab, that creeps me out. Even the ending creeps me out. My brothers used to be so scared of that movie they couldn't even go in the bathroom because they thought there was a gremlin in the drain.
Oh.
But I mean, even though it doesn't show like really the kills, it's implied they killed most of the people in the town. They show the one lady fly out the window, and then
She deserved
Santa
it.
that's covered in them. So, I mean, it's not gruesome, but
You
they are
got
killing everybody.
iconic characters, which I think is really hard to do with characters that don't speak. But the Gremlins, as you can see, I've got a whole bunch of them right up here. The Gremlins have a lot of personality. They're instantly lovable, and obviously so because they were so much duplicated in other films. You've got your Munchies, you've got your Hobgoblins, so many. And now Critters was actually written before Gremlins. So I'm not throwing that in there. But yeah, there's a lot of movies that have emulated it. They're both terrific. Krampus is a newer one. Hey, Dustin, what's up, my buddy? Thanks, buddy. Nice to see Dustin here.
It might not have. I mean, it might have been written before it, but I do believe those green little creatures helped the critters get green lighted.
Possibly. We'll talk about that another day. So, hey, Dustin, what do you think? Which is better, Gremlins or Krampus? So, I think they're both terrific. I think they're both awesome. Let's see. Ben says, I feel like Christmas is more part of the story in Krampus. That is a very good argument to make. So, what are we arguing here? We're arguing
What is it?
the horror. Is it a good horror movie? Is it a good Christmas movie? And which one is the better Christmas horror movie?
That's hard to say, though.
Exactly. It's all a matter.
Really hard to say.
It's all a matter of opinion. There is no wrong answers here.
I mean, Krampus might be more of the theme, but I would say Gremlins is still just as much a Christmas movie because that's the whole point. He's getting Gizmo for Christmas. Like, it drives the plot.
So let's talk about what makes Gremlins a Christmas movie. One, you have the creatures actually doing Christmas carols at one point.
Yeah.
And it is, Christmas is all about who's naughty, who's nice. The Gremlins are kind of like, they're naughtiness embodied.
Mm-hmm.
It is naughtiness run amok.
Yeah.
And they're completely naughty. Also, the idea of gift giving and how sometimes a gift isn't necessarily what it seems on the surface. It seems like this cute little thing, but it actually is it's a little terror. And it's also, I feel like it comments on the darker notes of Christmas. Like a lot of people get depressed during the holidays and stuff. Oh. And there's that really kind of awkward monologue by Phoebe Cates. She talks about how her dad wanted to surprise the family for Christmas. He dressed up as Santa and he slipped. And he actually broke his neck and died in the chimney. Yeah,
dark.
Yeah, it is. I feel like Gremlins really does a good job of kind of exploring the darker undernotes of Christmas. Like some of the songs are really creepy. The carols are creepy. Like, do you hear what I hear? The way they use that when the Gremlins are attacking the mother is so creepy.
I always associated that song with this movie. Like anytime I've ever heard it, like any other reason, like if it's just at the mall and they start playing it, oh, Gremlins.
And they use Christmas in a lot of the kills, where it comes out of the Christmas tree. Mm-hmm. They use the Christmas lights to string up the dog.
Yeah.
Poor baby. What do you think, Bekki?
I don't know. I mean, I liked both the movies, like a lot. Like they're both. I'm kind of a Christmas fanatic when it comes down to it. But as far as the Santa, the dad dying in the chimney. That's pretty similar to, I think Krampus might have taken a page out of that when they got the boy to come to the gingerbread and hooked him and took him right up the chimney.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
There's that. I don't know.
Here's a question. Do you think you could take Christmas out of Gremlins and it would still be Gremlins?
I do. I think there's certain things like this, like Phoebe Cates' character, like her hating Christmas and it being, that negative kind of a feeling she has towards it, which kind of helps set a mood. But I think it could be done because they showed that it could be done in Gremlins too.
It's a good point. Let's see what the chat's saying. Dun dun dun. So Crow Feathers growing Gremlins. I'm gonna burp. Okay, there we go. I have to go. My first Christmas horror movie, Gremlins. Krampus is based on some truth in Germany. Gremlins isn't. After the intervention, I can't look at Krampus the same. We did do a whole Krampus intervention over on Horror Addicts where each of us reviewed a Krampus movie and confronted Krampus about some of the poor decisions they have made.
Even a Canadian Jason got in on it. That's who Crow Feather Media plays Canadian Jason.
But yeah, if you guys didn't know that, I have tons of reviews. I did Horror Addicts long before I did this channel. So if you haven't already, check out Horror Addicts TV, hosted by my very dashing husband. Let's see. So obviously Krampus, you can't remove Christmas from it.
No, you can't. It is about Christmas.
You could almost just turn him into the Tooth Fairy and make it about Valentine's Day.
It's very. So what makes the Krampus is touching on some. Again, Krampus is touching on the darker notes of Christmas, which is something I look for in a Christmas horror movie. Yeah. But it's very much this idea that we are supposed to value our family. We're supposed to put them first. But there's also a selfish nature about Christmas. We're supposed to ask for gifts. So it's a very contradictory thing. We tell kids to write these lists of things they want from Santa. But we also tell them, you got to put everyone first, and it's more about giving and stuff. And then it shows, like, the fighting that happens at Black Christmas. And it shows how you get the family together, and they're fucking horrible to each other. This family is horrible to each other.
All seem to hate each other.
And even at the end, he's like, I just want my family to be together on Christmas like it was. It's like, yeah, Christmas is special because it's once a year. If it was every day, you would go insane. Yeah. So these ideas of what Christmas is, it's about giving. A lot of it, one, isn't as... There's a little bit to it that's just doesn't quite ring true when it is meshed with all the commercialism of Christmas.
Well, commercialism has definitely warped Christmas into what it is today. I mean, I completely agree. Even right here.
Yeah.
Christmas sale,
Even the way we depict Santa is created by the Coca-Cola Company.
Yeah.
So Krampus really does touch upon that. And Krampus is kind of asking people to be honest with themselves. Like, are you really good? Do you really want what's best for everybody else? Or do you just want yourself to have a nice, happy Christmas where nobody fucking kills each other? And it's okay if you want that. You're totally human. Yeah. And honestly, I don't know if we can all be, as good as we're supposed to be in Christmas. The ideals of Christmas are so
way up there. They're
unreachable. We're not saints. We're human beings.
It's like in Futurama where the Santa robot deems everybody naughty. And tries to kill them every year. There
is a movie on this list, Christmas Evil, I think really explores it even better than this one. But that definitely is part of it. So the horror, which one's scarier?
Oh, I don't know. See, I watched Gremlins when I was a kid. I mean, I've watched it a bunch of times since then, but as far as like the first impact of the scariness, when you're a kid, things seem 40 times more scary. But Krampus, I really enjoy their special effects. I love the costuming. I really like the way that the creepy toys are like. They
His
are
band
really
of
freaking
guys,
creepy.
The Jack in the Box, the gingerbread man,
the
little
angel.
I think that's cool because the Krampus plays so straight. Like he's just a straight up villain. So you have a bit of comedy, like the kind of Gremlins comedy with his minions. That's a very good point. Very good point.
And at the end of it, he's also got that little bit of a sass how he throws the kid in the hole, but the kid actually,
Yeah, kind of like a be careful what you wish for.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Very good. Very good points all around. Danny, what are you thinking?
I'm leaning towards Gremlins.
Why?
Because, I don't know. Gizmo is awesome, so is Stripe, and they still have more in my head than Krampus does.
So again, is that because you watched it as a kid, or is that because of the movie itself?
It's okay if it's nostalgic.
Well, I'm just
all
curious.
Opinion.
No, I mean I can't say that because I never watched Krampus as a kid. I wasn't going on scariness. I would say, well, it's hard to say because Krampus didn't scare me, but I was an adult. I will say he's more of a threat.
I
than
want
the
to
Gremlins.
clarify, your parameters here can be completely your own. If it's just nostalgia, that's fine. This isn't our normal fight night. This is
Yeah.
just your opinion. There is no wrong opinion here. These are all fantastic movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen them both within a year.
Ultimately, here's what I think, which again, just my opinion. I'm just one stupid person on the internet. You have your own opinion, absolutely. But mine, I'm gonna go with Gremlins just because at Christmas time's a little different than some of the other holidays because I feel like there's already a lot of stress and stuff at Christmas, and ultimately what I want from a Christmas movie, a Christmas horror movie, is I want to have a good time. I want to remember what's great about Christmas. But I also want to be scared and have fun. And Gremlins does that. It reminds you of the darker parts of Christmas. It doesn't sugarcoat it like, you know, your typical Christmas Carol movie. It doesn't sugarcoat anything, but it's fun and you have a good time. You can't help but smile. I've seen that movie a billion times and I always smile. I always laugh. I have a good time with it. It doesn't put me in a dark place. Even though that movie genuinely creeps me out, that ending monologue, like there just might be a gremlin in your house. Oh, that creeps me out. It genuinely still scares me. It genuinely still makes me laugh. It genuinely makes me enjoy Christmas more. And as much as I like Krampus, I do not get that full experience from Krampus. So I'm going to go with Gremlins, but I want to know what you guys think.
I feel like this is kind of sad because I would give Gremlins 10 out of 10, but I'd give Krampus 9 out of 10. So it's kind of sad that a 9's losing.
Hold on. Sorry, I made a big problem.
Oh, stuff happened. But yeah, I don't know. I just go with Gremlins because it's just my favorite Christmas movie in general, not even horror. But
it's one you go to. It's your go-to for the season to get you in the mood and whatnot.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
But I do like Krampus. It's
I really liked it too, and I don't remember being scared of Gremlins, and I think that's weird because I was such a scaredy cat when I was a kid.
I never actually like straight up felt scared of it.
Do you have an account?
I do, but I don't know my password.
That's my problem. I can't remember my password right now.
Otherwise, I would do it.
Oh,
Mr. Beefy, are you out there?
Try Gizmo.
Hold on. Here, let's just, you know what? Really quick, we're just gonna make you a freaking account. Okay, ready? Bekki.
STOWOELL. Bekki Butt. Not Bekki Butt. The Countess of Creepy.
Okay.
Countess Creepy.
And your email is
Bekki Rage.
Yahoo. Who uses Yahoo?
Me, because I've had it since it came out, and I'm not gonna get rid of it because I love that Bekki Rage. Now there's Rage, not Rag.
Oh my gosh, dude! I'm trying to do this on the fly and run a show.
That's horrible, though.
It says I need one's already in use.
Bekki Rage. No.
I try it at
Okay.
What's the other one I have?
It's cool. We're making a new one.
Okay. Oh,
you gotta have like a number.
No, it's fine.
Because I'm awesome.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, this is gonna work, Bekki. Are you ready?
This is my password. Bekki has mangina.
No, it's not. Okay, I'm much nicer than that. Sometimes.
I don't know about much. Maybe a little.
Sometimes. Okay, is it gonna work? Oh, for Pete's sake, really? You ever found?
Yeah, why?
It's gonna send you like a verification code.
Wait, what?
Give me the verification code.
What is it?
All right. This is also you can vote.
Yeah, I know. I feel bad now. I'm
You
like
really should.
The
You really
wrinkle
should.
in time. I'm the kerfuffle under the stairs.
What's that kerfluffle?
Kerfuffle is just the problem.
Is that like a dust bunny?
Actually, it's a British thing I've learned. Got from the shows that I watched.
Okay, hold on. Let me get this 7.
It's like being in a hissy fit.
No, I know what a kerfluffle is. I just wanted to hear you explain that.
Ah, okay, am I right?
But yeah.
Okay, fine.
I don't want to deal with this stuff.
Broken watch is right 2 times a day.
Oh. 1,000 years old, like my brothers.
I would put 1963. That's younger than my mother.
I'm
Several
glad.
times.
You're
Like
welcome.
a couple years older than you, my God.
Okay.
That's fine.
Several
Look
moments
how
later.
great this is. Okay, guys, in the chat, I know this is not super fun to watch me do this. So I'm
This
sorry.
was the intermission. We only got through 1 round first.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone. My bad. My bad.
Oh my gosh, nobody wants to. Okay, now you can vote. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Hold on. How about the chat? You know what? Screw it. Okay, you can vote. Okay, that's all that matters.
Just do the
Okay.
voting.
Where am I supposed?
There,
Just right
that's
there.
it.
Okay,
There.
that's what
You
I
voted. That was such a kerfluffle.
Was.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna vote. I like I said, I'm voting for Gremlins. And that took long enough. You guys had plenty of time to vote. Plenty.
You should have had time to vote for all the other categories.
I can't believe you.
Let's see what's going on in the chat. Hey, Arkham Knight Rider and I last week did a really good stream on autism and horror. I think Arkham was terrific. My friend Mike Flynn was terrific. We really dug deep into the history of autism and horror and representation. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. We worked really hard on that one. Savage Zombie Reviews is here. Gory and Bekki look so beautiful tonight. Well, thank you, Tatum. You have a beautiful heart. And it looks beautiful tonight. Gory Bits, what's up? Other Gories and me are instantly best friends. I don't know if you knew this. There's a dude Gory. There's Gory Bits. It's just like there's an instant kinship.
Okay.
Don't get jealous.
I'm not jealous. I don't
You're-
get jealous.
You're a little jelly. She's a
No,
little jelly.
you want me to be jelly?
She's my best friend, so she's a little jelly.
I'm
But
not
Gory
jelly.
Bits, you and me, what's up?
Y'all are fine.
She's jelly. No, I'm kidding. She's probably just like, take my best friend, please. Dun, dun, dun. Did I vote? I did vote. Okay. I'm calling it, guys.
Calling it what?
I have so many.
Let's call it Steve.
I like the name Steve. If we had a baby, would we name it Steve?
No.
No, I wouldn't let you.
Okay. So.
Thank you.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
You
So.
should have like 8 babies.
I'm not one of those freaking Quince dolls. Remember, they had like Quince 5 times the fun.
Yes,
I've
I
made
remember.
plenty of babies. I don't know what you're talking about.
If I had 5 babies, I would put them in a box, put them in front of my house, and just be like, free
And
babies.
then one of them
Oh, no. Screw that. They're my babies. I'm keeping them. We're going to make a movie with them.
Right? There you go.
Yes, I will raise them.
Baby meat is the best tasting meat.
We're not going to eat
So
them.
I made
Tender.
babies. That's what they said, right?
We're not eating them, Dan, all right?
They were
Something
making
about 8
babies,
babies.
and I saw one and it
Okay.
smiled at me.
Okay, so guys, Gremlins has won
Baby looked at you.
the first
Yeah,
one.
I got it wrong.
We're really just going by the seat of our pants today, guys. The seats of our pants. Arkham, you're all right. You're all right.
Ain't no
By the
problem.
way, if I get new subscribers, if I get super chats, it is on now. I have an alert box thing that will pop up, and it's gonna be really cool. I promise. I know I keep saying this because I keep messing it up, but it will work. So
A jump
you
scare?
can even unsubscribe and resubscribe and test it out. Just saying. Just saying.
Just make
Wait
sure
a second. I just had you
make sure
subscribe.
you resubscribe. I'll try it. Oh,
Using kids as props is the YouTuber way. Okay, let me double check. Is it on?
oh, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Okay. It's on.
Is Donkey Kong a Christmas movie?
No, Dan.
It seems like it
All right.
A lot of people got Donkey Kong for
I'm going to
Christmas.
test it.
would. Yeah.
It's not in the front, though. Okay, there we go. Okay, there.
Ooh, there it is.
So, and I'm going to put it right up here so you can see it if we get one. Okay, that's a test of what it will look like. Do you want to hear? So that's what it will look like.
Okay.
Is that good?
Easier to read.
Okay.
And we're moving on.
We are moving on. The next one is Black Christmas and Silent Night, Deadly Night. Danny, Have you seen both of these movies?
I have not seen Black Christmas, but I have seen Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Okay, you're staying over later tonight. We're watching my favorite Christmas. Did you know this is not only my favorite Christmas movie? Quentin Tarantino screens it every year. It was Elvis's favorite movie. He would screen it every year. You trying to say me and Elvis are wrong?
He made his family watch it with him at Christmas every year that he was alive after this came out, which was like 6 years. But still, it was his favorite movie.
Okay, I love Black Christmas. So I will go over the plot of Black Christmas, Christmas Noir with you. And Danny, will you cover Silent Night, Deadly Night for them? Or you can just watch Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, where it just covers the whole thing for you right in the beginning.
That's pretty much all that movie is flashbacks to the first movie.
Black
That
Christmas.
was really
And Garbage Day.
One thing I love about Black Christmas, you've seen, okay, is it going to work?
Hey, Super Chat.
Come on! Why isn't it working? Okay, I'm going to go to the dashboard. It's supposed to work. Hold on.
I made sure to go to the dashboard before we started streaming.
And that makes you better.
Dang it, I promised that it would work and it's not working. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go to the dashboard and it is going to work. It worked! It worked! It worked! It worked! Do you guys see it? Look! Look!
Oh, look, it's little Jack Torrance.
Oh! It's the most precious thing I've ever seen in my whole life. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, now Stark, did you see that? I loved it too. It was wonderful. Everyone loved it. Okay, now I'm happy it's working. So now it's Dark said, bah humbug, The Grinch for the first half is the best holiday movie before he goes all soft. You know what? I'm kind of curious to see the mean one because it's like all the best parts of The Grinch minus the hooey stuff. Whovilles.
I mean, he's just grumpy.
Okay, so here's the plot of Black Christmas. The original, I don't think the 2000s one is bad. Maybe we'll do it next year. I mean, guys, this is only 8. Okay, this isn't a comprehensive list. We want to save some for next year. If we're still around, which hopefully we are.
So why not?
So we'll do some more next year, but this is just 8. So Black Christmas is my favorite Christmas horror movie. It is by Bob Clark, who I love that he did 2 of the most iconic Christmas movies ever. He did this and A Christmas Story.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of crazy, right?
Yes.
So yeah, he offers you a little bit of everything. Get those bots. Hey, Sapphire. Nice to see you here. It's about a sorority in the 70s, and there's a group of girls who have nowhere to go on the holidays. So they are stuck at the sorority house, but they have each other. They have a sisterhood. You got Margot Kidder, who's wonderful in it. Olivia Hussey. And the thing is, they start getting these horrible prank calls where this person is like, saying really disgusting stuff and what it's going to do to them. But it also is dropping these little hints of maybe something horrible that happened in the past. What they don't know, and this is one of the first horror movies that did it, is the killer is in the attic. It's calling them from within the house.
Calls coming from within the house.
And the creepiest part is nobody looks in the attic. So like the house mother goes missing. The first girl, she's suffocated and they're looking for her and she's sitting there in a rocking chair. At one point, a cat is like licking her face and they never find her. They never find her, which is so creepy. But this movie makes you laugh. It's really, really creepy. There's a lot of misdirection. This movie came out in the 70s. Yeah, it's pretty dark in places, but like I said, Margot Kidder is really funny in it. There's some really good parts in it, and that ending, if you've seen the movie, you know that ending is chilling. It is my favorite. I love it.
Also, predates another holiday classic, Halloween. Some say that this would be the one of the beginnings of slasher.
It was a proto slasher. It was out before Halloween. It was one of the ones that really, I feel like, cemented that kind of slasher formula. It did the opening point of view shot of the killer, which was before they had like Steadicam and stuff. They had to like wrap that to the guy. It did pave the way for a lot of slashers that came on later on. I think Halloween kind of cemented that formula.
Yeah,
but Black Christmas definitely cleared the area for that path to be
the holiday thrillers.
Yes,
slashers.
For slashers.
I like the glass unicorn.
Will you? Oh God, there's beautiful kills in it. Beautiful kills. Will you talk to us about Silent Night, Deadly Night? Wait, but first, the mean one was fun. I gotta check that out. Thank you, Tatum. My buddy Dino is here. I love Dino.
What's up, Dino?
Sapphire, nice to see you. Tell us what Silent Night, Deadly Night is about for anyone. I know we didn't do this in the first two movies, but just brief description because most people have probably seen it.
Well, Billy is a kid, and they visit his crazy grandpa and says some weird shit to him. And then while they're driving home, they pull over to help someone in need, and it's an insane Santa Claus who kills his dad and rapes his mom and kills her, and right in front of Billy and his little baby brother. And so then they get sent to like the orphanage where the nuns are basically mean and bullying them. And he finally grows up just so warped with Christmas and punishing, as the nuns called it, that when Christmas comes along and he's working at this store and he's doing pretty good for himself until they make him be their Santa. And all the trauma just kind of like floods back into his brain, and old Billy goes on a killing spree, punishing the wicked.
Yay, my alert box is working. Thank you, Tatum, for resubscribing. Hey, Michael Bornstein, welcome to the Gory Hole. You, first 3 rows get wet. Just warning you.
What's with crazy Billies on Christmas?
There's a lot of them.
Both movies we're talking about
are
right
just like, like the South Park. The grandpa always calls him Billy.
now. Hey,
It's
Billy.
that sort of a thing. Obviously,
It's a
it was way
traditional
before, but like
American name.
right,
Yeah.
like hey Billy.
And a lot of what the commercials of
Williams.
Christmas came from America. So I feel like it's
And
a
Billy-
traditional American name.
It's a traditional, like, especially American kid's name, and Christmas really caters to a child audience. So there you
So,
go.
I like both of these movies, but for me, Black Christmas is by far the superior one. Like I said, with Christmas horror movies, I want to have fun. And the rape aspect of Silent Night, Deadly Night is a little much for me. This isn't one I revisit a lot. However, what I think I like about Silent Night, Deadly Night is I like Billy. Like, you get the impression that he could have had a chance. He could have had a good life. He's a nice kid who's just pushed past what he can handle.
I think, in a metaphoric way, it's kind of the Frankenstein's monster arc with him. It's very sympathetic, and he's kind of just a product of what has built him and made him. And yeah, he goes haywire because, well, the way he was raised, obviously.
He
snaps.
He snaps. He's sympathetic in a lot of ways. I do, honestly, I think it's the better made movie, but I prefer the sequel just because I want to have a little bit of fun during the holidays. But for me, Black Christmas is superior. One, you've got a lot of really witty dialogue. It's Bob Clark, the guy who did the Christmas Story, so he's funny. But genuinely creepy, those phone calls where he was just like, so much of it, like they did so many weird things to make those noises. Like, just so much. Like, it's chilling. That ending creeps me out. It is dark, but it was so ahead of its time. It was one of the first movies where a woman talked about having an abortion. Like this is the 70s. Like, this movie had really great characters in it. The female characters in this are people. They weren't just, the girls in a horror movie. They are well-rounded. They have their own wants and needs. They had a lot of misdirection in it. You really grow to love these girls.
This movie passes the Bechdel test.
Oh, absolutely. It absolutely passes the Bechdel test. This is, I feel, even though it was made by, a man, it's a great, great movie for women, and it was well ahead of its time, but it's also just so scary. This idea of, you're home alone on Christmas, you don't have that security you're supposed to have of, like, family and stuff, You're all alone, and this idea that someone could invade that sanctity. This is the house you have with your sisters. This is your, chosen family. And someone's invading that, someone's violating. And there's so much about, like, this movie that is, like, kind of a violation, And it does a lot of, at one point, a girl's getting stabbed with a glass unicorn. And they also have Christmas carolers, which it's kind of like Halloween in that day. It's the one time where it's, like, socially acceptable for groups of people come to your house and sing at you, And it has, like, a good way of depicting some of these things that are bizarre, but they're normalized during Christmas.
I see humor in Silent Night, Deadly Night because I love the kid going down the sledding hill.
There are funny parts of that.
And then
the punish. I love when he's got the little girl on his lap, and he's giving her that really dark speech. I agree.
Or the antlers.
Yeah,
When
well,
he puts her up
Quigley.
there.
Scream Queen. Yeah.
Also, if you guys have you read Grady Hendrix's Final Girls, the lead character on that is basically Linnea Quigley's character.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. So, that is awesome. I am gonna lean, as much as I love Silent Night, Deadly Night, I really do. I have to lean to Black Christmas.
What do you like about both of them?
I love that this is just kind of the straight up slasher, where I feel like that, like I said, was a precursor that kind of started it. This is like, and it's my go-to Santa slasher, especially.
Oh yeah, I think as far as Santa slasher movies, it's the best. If you want a killer Santa movie, this is, well, you know I got a soft spot for that sequel.
Yeah, Garbage Day.
No, unironically, that umbrella kill, totes one of my favorites.
He
of all
does
time.
have great kills, and then also like with the battery. Yeah.
We went on a trip, and we all three of us went on a trip, and Bob, the other part of our little group, we looked at horror movie locations, and she's teasing me so hard because we see the place where the umbrella kill happened. I'm taking a picture of this wall, and she's like, "Take a picture of the wall, dear."
Yeah.
Haley, look at the door. Take a picture of the door. Gory.
Sigma, I'm glad my brother finally showed up.
This
E.T.
is
is not a horror movie.
Like, I love Krampus, but I had to choose Gremlins over them. As much as I love Silent Night, Deadly Night, I still pick Black Christmas.
Everyone, be nice to my brother Zigma and wish him a Merry Christmas. He's getting a very special Merry Christmas this year because he ordered a car months ago, and it will actually show up on Christmas Day.
What kind of car is this, Haley? I don't know if I
Really, you haven't heard him say it a billion flipping times?
It's kind of my joke.
I get it.
It's a Mach-E.
It's a Mach-E.
Are you just mocking us this right now?
Are you just mocking my brother? E.T. is so hard. I love E.T. Why do people kind of hate on E.T.?
So boring.
It really is boring.
E.T. was one of the first movies that brought me to tears.
It's like my
See, I didn't cry.
favorite director's favorite movie, so it'll be nice.
It's stupid.
I'm not a director yet, but thanks, sweetheart.
I was talking about Adam
No,
Green.
it's not my
they're
favorite
cool
movie.
too.
No, I love E.T. That's the story for another day. Okay, so what do you love about both of them?
Well, as much as I love Silent Night, Deadly Night, I think it's great. It's a really good go-to slasher for any reason, even when it ain't Christmas.
I didn't put it in the chat. Sorry.
But I love Black Christmas for those same reasons, and because it's like such an important film.
Agreed.
I think that it is more important because it's changed how we movies are made more. But that's about it. So that's kind of my tiebreaker. I feel like it's a little more of an important film. They're both great though, and I highly recommend that you own both of them.
Actually, I'm really wanting. I have Black Christmas, the Scream Factory edition. But they just re-released it in 4K, and they redid the audio, and the audio is such an important part of that. They did so many insane things to make all those bizarre noises, like taking like a guitar and running a violin bow across it, having people upside down while they were saying things. Like, it's just so insane. So I'm really, I don't. If you guys have the 4K though, let me know how it is, because I imagine it's amazing. I'm gonna go with Black Christmas. It's not just it's one of my favorite movies of all time. To me, it's a perfect movie, and if you follow me on Letterboxd, you know how rarely I give out 5 stars. But there's only 2 movies on this list I've ever given 5 stars to, and Black Christmas is one of them. It's one I watch every year. It's still very scary. It still makes me laugh. I love Black Christmas. I am voting for Black Christmas.
I went with Black Christmas, but just barely. I love Silent Night, Deadly Night. If
I
whoever
voted
wins,
for Silent just because I wanted it to have at least one vote.
I
It's gonna
respect
get votes, bro.
I respect it, and I don't care if it wins. I'll be happy either way.
Will
You'll
you
still
now?
watch it.
All right, I'm voting.
I'm just sad.
Oh, wow, it's 50-50. I did not expect this to go this way.
Well, there you go.
Uh,
You didn't give it just the one vote. A lot of people give it.
well, only 11 people have voted. I don't know how many people are watching, but only 11 people have voted. Tatum voted for Black Christmas. Let's see.
Wait for a tiebreaker.
Tatum voted for Black Christmas. Both movies sound like crap. You know what? I don't think you've seen either of them. My brother, bless his heart, very supportive, but does not watch a lot of horror movies. I voted for Billy. Well, way to go, Bloodsport. Let's see.
I voted for Billy too, but which Billy?
Which Billy?
Which Billy? He's like Sabrina's friend. He's one of those rich comics.
Very nice, very evil.
Ah.
Okay. So let's see what's going on in the chat. Okay, we got a lead, so
You can call it.
give me a countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Let's
1.
stop.
Hey, Jamie Hart, quickly vote for which movie you like better, Black Christmas or Silent Night, Deadly Night. Bloodsport voted for Silent Night. I'm
Good
gonna
choice.
call it, and you guys, there are no wrong decisions here unless you voted for Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh. I voted for Black Christmas, but I still disagree with that sentiment because I think they're both winning.
You know I'm teasing.
I
I'm
know.
teasing. I'm teasing.
Why I laughed about it instead of punched you in the boob.
Don't punch me in the boob, man.
I will do it if I have to. I mean, don't
Please
push.
don't. The girls are sensitive during the holidays.
They hurt.
Deck the halls.
Okay, moving right along. Jack Frost and Santa's Sleigh. Becky, tell us what Jack Frost is about.
Jack Frost is about a serial killer, an insane guy that is getting moved from one place to his execution date, and they get into a car accident. And there's a vat of they get in a car accident with the science company. I don't know what they called him, but it spilled, and he. Oh, I just totally brain farted. He do it for me because
He got mutated
Please.
with his DNA,
thank
and
you.
so he
embarrassed you
basically
can do
You're
became
fine. You're doing
snow,
great.
living sentient snow, and therefore a snowman, aka Jack Frost,
Snowman.
who murders children and does other very horrible things to people.
He also reminds me a lot of the guy from not Bordello of Blood, the one that Corey
Tales from
Feldman's
the
in.
No, that's Bordello Blood.
Okay,
Yeah.
Bordello of Blood, the guy that always goes, I know a place where.
To me, I feel like
They-
Jack
they-
Frost is like the dollar bin version of Chucky.
cracks me up. I love that movie. It's like that's my like go-to like
It's-
B jokey movie.
Its effects are cheap. Its
Mhm.
jokes are cheap. It does make me laugh. I love my favorite part though.
Special oats.
My favorite part is the part when they're doing the striptease and they're wearing all this winter clothing. That part's really funny. I do give it a massive mark down though because I do not like when rape is used for comedic effect. And so when it takes its carrot nose and uses it to rape Shannon Elizabeth, that to
death.
me is not funny at all. But that's just my opinion. I know a lot of people love that, and you're not wrong for loving that. It just doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I find it funny. I know that's horrible, but I do find it funny.
And that's
It's
okay.
like,
You're allowed to.
oh.
We are different people with different brains and different tastes.
Not that
And
I'm
you're
not a fan
not
of
a
rape,
terrible
and
person.
so it's not like where I'm going
Everybody
with
has
this.
their
Somehow
lines.
Shannon Elizabeth just made it work, right?
Everybody has their lines. That for me is one that will make me like a movie.
Some
less.
people won't like a movie if a dog dies in it.
It
I'm,
doesn't
I'm
make-
that person. I do not like seeing animals get hurt in movies, but
See?
I will laugh till the day is done. When
That
it's
doesn't
other
bother me
people.
as much when an animal dies.
Like
but-
I had issues after watching Nope the other day with you guys because I did
Yeah.
not like the tiger and the snake, the boa constrictor, the impossible shot,
Yeah, right.
and they were
Ah.
showing that really bothered me for some reason. Like it stuck in my head.
Old black and white footage of
But
Why
yeah,
would
I
they
mean-
do that in the
Animal
first
footage.
place?
My point is that we all have our lines of things that make us like enjoy a movie less. For me, that's mine. It doesn't mean it has to be yours. It doesn't mean I am a better person than you're anything. It's just I don't have a lot of lines, guys. That's really my only one. And I still admit that Jack Frost is funny, and there are a lot of things I like about it. I like the opening narration. I like the little kid who gets his head cut off. I think there's some parts of it that are really good. There's a scene where the dad goes off on the mom after their kid died, and it's actually kind of a serious scene. I think that's really good. Mostly, I think what knocks it down for me though is I think Jack Frost is just kind of a weaker version of Chucky. Chucky's my boy, but if you love this movie, it absolutely has value, and I 100% understand why you like it. It is funny.
It's like Chucky doing like a Jack Nicholson
The
impersonation.
antifreeze cookies crack me the fuck up.
Like
the antifreeze, the special oats.
Just the way he talks, it sounds like they're trying to do a Jack Nicholson thing.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
I can see that.
I mean, it's obviously not him. It just sounds like whoever's doing
He's
it is
just
like
really
doing the
intense.
humor of Chucky and Freddy, but with like a Jack Nicholson like personality, I guess. Sound. But we haven't talked about its opponent
We haven't
yet.
talked about its opponent at all. So tell us what Santa's Sleigh is about. This is, I will say this, even though
Who's next?
bless its heart, I love Black Christmas. Black Christmas is a very Canadian movie, but
Oh, yeah.
it's trying very hard to market towards American audiences. So they have like little American flags and stuff. It's like it's ashamed of its Canadianness, and that makes me sad. But you know what's not ashamed of its Canadianness? Santa's sleigh. Hit him with it, Danny boy.
Goldberg. Goldberg. Yes, best known as that lineman from the Atlantic Falcons. Oh wait, he also did some pro wrestling. He is Santa Claus, and he's coming for you. Like, seriously. The best use I've ever seen of Goldberg in a movie. He's did a couple other ones, one of those Universal Soldier movies, but no, I was actually very skeptical, and I almost didn't watch this movie. Actually, I didn't watch it for a long
You
time.
introduced me to it.
Yeah.
One of the things I love about you've introduced me to many wonderful movies.
But
You're a great man.
I even held off for a while on this movie just because I saw that it was going to star Bill Goldberg. I'm like, oh, that looks so bad, like not in a good way. But it is like it's bad, but in the best way. He kills Fran Drescher and Corky Romano.
He kills so many iconic Canadian actors.
Yes.
Like, and you may not know them, but there are certain people that Canada holds near and dear as like those are theirs. Like they have Ryan Reynolds and they have Alanis Morissette. They're very proud of Bryan Adams. Bryan Adams is the Elvis of Canada. Yeah, like Fran Drescher is one of their people that they adore.
And one of those, honestly, I almost only wrestle in Canada exclusively. Almost, like pretty much 90% of my wrestling's in Canada.
We're in Washington State, so we're like Canadian neighbors. We love Canada. We spend a lot of time up there.
Yeah, we're friends with the Canadian Jason and everything.
Yeah,
it's great. I love all that humor in this, and it also stars one of the legendary Mackenzie brothers, Dave Thomas, not Michael Manis, but he's in this. He's the mayor. He's filthy and he's cheesy and he's such a con artist, but I love him.
This is how Canadian this movie is. The climax is a curling competition.
Yes.
Honestly, Santa in this movie, played by Goldberg, who's chewing at the scenery, it's very much kind of like that scene in Bill and Ted where they challenge death to a game, or even movies you've seen where they challenge the devil to a game. Yeah. Santa is essentially the devil, and that's why curling comes into it. But it is so Canadian. If you're Canadian and you haven't seen this, like, you need to see this. It's amazing. Really quick, I want to shout out Harman82. Wonderful to see you here. And Veronica Clemens, it is your first time in the Gory Hole? Welcome.
Get wet.
Welcome. Yes. Yes.
Splash around.
It's warm and inviting in here. You kind of we kind of have like a whole like shunting thing going on. But you know what? You know, once you're in the Gory Hole, like, you know, you're one of us. You're one of us. So
espresso
and a cold
weirdos. Shower in the morning, you'll be fine.
There's always room for more weirdos. What was that?
I don't know.
That's creepy.
The Gory Hole's
that was
loud.
Loud.
The Gory Hole is bubbling. Yeah, there's always room for more. There's always it's a stretchy hole.
So I find
it's quite.
Oh, by the way, speaking, because we're talking about the Gory Hole, I haven't mentioned this just because a lot's been going on. But my good friend that I met recently, he's in here a lot, Terror Tunes. He did me a cool logo for the Gory Hole, so I'm gonna be putting out some Gory Hole shirts soon. So I'll probably do that real soon here.
Cool,
really cool.
Looking forward to that. So,
I just want to say hi to my buddy Kevin really quick. You would think a movie with Goldberg as an evil Santa would be better than it was. The first scene was awesome. Then it kind of turned into a Disney Channel Xmas movie. I really love it. By the way, I want to know, Kevin, did you see Christmas Bloody Christmas with the Robo Santa?
Yeah.
We will be reviewing that over on Horror Addicts.
This Tuesday.
Yes, on Tuesday.
Oh, that one sounds good.
It's on Shutter.
I'll look at it. I'll have to watch it.
I love you. I share my Shutter with you.
I know, and I love it. Thank you. Oh, it's so sweet. So sweet. See, it's even sweet in the gory hole.
She and my sister.
Oh,
We can share a Crunchyroll too.
People think we look alike.
I know. I don't. Honestly, I don't see it, but
I mean,
maybe it's just because we're both, great. So.
You're ridiculously good looking, but I like to think I look a little bit like you.
Yeah, well, you've got beautiful eyes.
So yeah.
I don't always stream horror, but when I do, I shudder.
Oh.
I gotta hold a beer.
Look at these beautiful people I have on this show. Beautiful people in the chat. You know what? Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I came here in a bah humbug kind of mood. I wasn't gonna stream today. You know what? You've tickled me with that Christmas spirit. Just like one of those little feather thingies on my tuscus. And I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the love for the gory hole. I'm feeling the love for Tatum and Veronica and Dominic and Kevin and Danny and Bekki.
She donned her Eastern accent.
I'm feeling the love.
Aw.
Merry Christmas, one and all.
Merry Christmas, Haley. Maybe
Thank
you
you.
shouldn't have any more beer.
Stay golden,
Okay.
Tony boy.
I'm teasing.
Stay golden, Tony boy.
I'm gonna go back to being cynical.
Exactly.
It creeps you out when I get nice.
I don't know how to, I'm not a very, touchy person. I don't do
Sorry.
hugs. No, you're fine. But it's just, I'm not used to that
Sigma.
kind of-
I have not seen the new Willow series, but you know how much I love work.
Yeah.
He's so
But his kid is
He's
young.
still got it going on.
No, he
Not
kind of,
lying.
what he looks like is the guy who plays Peter Pettigrew.
What? I
Yeah.
disagree.
I
That
don't
guy
think
was
he looks
grizzly too.
like him. I don't
I think Warwick's pretty cute.
I don't know.
His children are really
They're
good looking, too.
adorable.
His daughter, she's a good looking lady.
Willow was the
They were
first,
so cute.
It's the first movie I saw at the drive-in. And I just remember being on the hood of the car. I was about 4 years old, and this was those dragons that the trolls turn into.
Yeah.
Whoa! I was about to fall
Blew
off the
your
car.
Merry Christmas to you, Gory B and Danny. Merry Christmas to you. Fairpoint Station. Speaking of Shredder, did you guys hear the head honcho Shredder, Craig, just got... bummer. It's I've heard that AMC is making cuts. You know what? Like I said, I sympathize. I don't usually... I do try to keep my Gory B movie life and my other life separate. But I sympathize. I got laid off this year, too, because of budget cuts. It's fucking sucks.
Shitty time.
It
and
sucks.
This is when a lot of big companies do that shit.
It's because it's the end of the fiscal year. It sucks, and it really sucks, with Shudder, because Shudder is such a champion of the independent horror movie. It's just a champion of the foreign horror movie. It's the home of the last drive-in. I hope Shudder prevails because it deserves to.
Yeah,
It is the best streaming service. Better than Netflix, better than any of them. I love Shudder.
It sounds like Shudder overall will stay for now. They did make some major changes, which are sad because I think the company's doing well, so those people probably should have been canned. But I don't know.
Ben, you're freaking beautiful.
Beautiful.
I've never seen Ben's booty except that one time when he had a Care Bear picture. But the Care Bear's got those little hearts on their asses, so why not?
I want one of those on my ass. Honestly, I'm gonna get a tattoo of a Care Bear heart on my butt one day.
I
Trying
want
to
to
make
get
my
I want
daughter
to
do
get
it, too.
Xavier Roberts on my ass.
Oh, hilarious!
thank
Cabbage
you,
Patch
thank
Kid.
you. See, you
Okay.
think I'm funny because it's the 80s.
Yeah.
Care Bears drove clouds. That
Yes,
was
they
their-
did.
We
I
have
need to get a
adopted
hold
their
of your daughter.
witchcraft
I
here.
tried to, but I don't know
Oh.
how.
I
Figure
did
that out.
give Care
Riding
Bears
clouds.
No, I need to get a hold of your daughter too because I need to get tattooed.
Oh yeah.
Her
Definitely.
daughters had two artists, incredibly talented, by the way. She did our best friend
Matching
tattoos.
ones.
So we got way off topic.
Yeah.
What movie's better, Jack Frost or Santa's Sleigh?
Jack
So
Frost.
both
Santa's
of them
Sleigh.
deal with a small town dealing with the effects of a murderous madman invading their sanctity. One is a killer snowman, one is a killer Santa.
Magical.
Honestly, I could go either way here. You know what? I'm gonna go Santa's Sleigh.
I am too.
I'm going Santa's Sleigh because I've never ever seen curling
In a movie?
this intense.
Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's a
'Cause
sport I
curling
could
is-
get into.
Curling is kind of boring. Kind of boring. But in this
Oh,
movie,
take
it's
off, eh?
intense. It's funny. It doesn't take itself too seriously. I love how Goldberg. I love how there are movies where you don't want to choose the scenery. This is the movie where you do, and he was beautifully cast. I love how he chooses the scenery. I love all the side performers and stuff in this. It's really fun. 100%. If you've got the holiday blues, you put on Santa's Sleigh, you are going to laugh. I think it's a great movie. Jack Frost, I think is really funny. I don't think it's as funny as Santa's Sleigh.
Fairpoint Station, you're really sweet. I'm actually 44 years old.
Oh, bless your heart.
Mm-hmm.
They think you're like 30. We're in our 40s.
Yeah.
You don't look
Danny's
like
the,
it.
Danny's the baby here.
I'm the oldest of the bunch. But thank you.
Tatum, by very little. Tatum's never seen curling. Curling, how do you describe curling? It's like golf, but where you're pushing a disc across ice.
Yeah, you know how you like
Sweep.
those little
Yes.
it's like little weights. They have like a little
They're like
handle.
a polished stone.
Yeah, and you got to get it, and they use the little brooms to make it go to the right spot because, like, it's also the game where you like push things to the edge and you can't.
You
Fall
gotta
off
knock
the
it
edge.
out.
You got to get as close as to the edge as possible. But yeah, it's. I don't
Well,
know.
if you knock it out of the circle, then
Yeah.
they don't have that point anymore, and you get to keep that point.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
even like there's one player like just games where you just do that shuffleboard. It's like shuffleboard.
It is like shuffleboard.
But bigger and a team somehow because they need people to broom and push.
See, that's why I think it's like the easiest sport. I could totally do that.
Yeah,
If you're
that's
good
what
with the
you
broom.
think. That's what you think.
I think I could do it.
Okay.
I mean, like seriously, even
you
You
though,
know
really
who I
good?
think would be good at it?
That.
Bob. Because he watched so many of those Bruins games.
Oh yeah. He's not very good at sweeping though, so he'd have to be the other one. He'd have
Danny
to be
can
the
sweep the
stone
leg.
guy, the stone thrower, and then I'll sweep
Yeah.
like Marge
Let's
Simpson.
see.
Okay, off
Zigma
topic again.
says the Nate from Family Guy really good at it. Well, honestly, guys, this is a really lax stream. It might go long. You know, it's
Sorry,
cool.
we're just talking.
Chill with us or not, it's kind of a thrown together one. Sometimes we do a lot of work and research and stuff, like last week's autism stream. Some of our fight nights, you know, spent days researching those. Sometimes we just need to have a good time and chill. Let's see. Curling needs to be seen to believed. Jamie is here, which is awesome. I love Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
That's a weird name. Level. Oh, your shirt's also bright and colorful. Thank you. Irish curling is badass. Like Ariel Hawks. I knew Mr. Beefy would know what's up.
Yeah.
Jamie Hatch. I'll try to check it out. Just watch. By the way, here's a question while we're getting votes in. How do you guys feel about a stream where we talk about maybe what's the best horror movie soundtrack? Because my buddy Mr. Beefy here is a music aficionado. And I've really been wanting to get him on a stream and talk about music. So let me know how if that tickles your pick a little.
Hey, Mr. Beefy, you've been called out.
I think it would be fun.
And I know where you live.
If he wants to hang out with me. I don't know. All right. Did I vote? I did vote. Did I vote? I voted.
I voted.
Okay, did everyone vote?
You can't sweep as well as I can, Beefy. So,
Well, Danny looks like the Karate Kid.
well,
So-
there you go. Sweep the leg.
Curling isn't an Olympic
the
sport
real
where you can see
Karate
guys
Kid,
with beer
baby.
bellies competing.
Right? The guy that last time had like a mullet and everything. I mean,
It's like if you combined like figure skating with bowling.
Tatum, you can sing. That's rad. Yeah, absolutely. All the love. Did you know there's a show on Japanese Netflix called My Husband's Penis Won't Fit?
I knew that there was like a Japanese game show where they like just show 4 different people's genitalia and the other one has to pick their spouse.
I draw.
It's all blurry, but
I
mean-
draw heart icons as dongs, and that made me speechless. So
yeah, that's
I don't know
well
if that's
done. By the way, Gory draws dongs on Instagram. Check it out. It's a thing. Derek's horror
They're
stuff
lovely.
says, "Hey guys, just stopping by to say keep up the good work. Nice to see you here, buddy. What's up? What's up? What's up? Merry Christmas." Okay, I'm calling. I don't even know. This is getting weird. Ending the poll. Oh, yikes. Jack Frost won. Did you vote for Jack Frost?
yes, I
that's
did
what she
vote
voted
for
for.
Jack Frost. I
Oh,
voted it
happy for
before I
you.
even heard about Santa's sleigh.
That's
I
really
guess
funny.
Goldberg's undefeated streak has been
You should
broken.
stay the night tonight.
By a
Like have a summer party.
snowman.
I'll drive you home tomorrow. Oh, it's icy.
I know, but I gotta get to my mom. I can't leave.
Oh, that's right. Okay, we have last one of round 1.
I'm sorry.
It's
I
all
would love
good.
that.
Oh my gosh, we should plan a summer party.
We
just
should.
invite your mom.
If we plan it out, then we can totally. I
The
can make
unofficial
sure.
sequel to The Visit, Better Watch Out.
Okay, better watch out.
Should have been called Deck the Halls.
Christmas Evil.
which should have been called Better Watch Out.
Daniel.
He's feeling snarky.
'Cause
He
the
is
song-
snarky, isn't
The
he?
song Better Watch Out is about Santa Claus coming to town. It would have made much more sense than Christmas Evil. The guy who is the killer Santa, he's not even actually evil.
You know, your sister maybe.
And then Better Watch Out. That's,
Kinda.
like I said, it's a lyrics off of a song about a Santa. There's no Santa in that movie. It should have been called Deck the Halls, because that's what they're doing with those paintball cans.
Now, I will say these are a couple movies that I feel not enough people have seen. And that's a bummer because, hold on, let me update the bracket here so you guys can see what we're talking about. The bracket.
It's the final bracket. Oh, we can't. It's not the final.
The
There's gonna be
final bracket.
There's gonna be so many more brackets.
You know who's the final bracket? Sheriff bracket. Sheriff bracket can get it.
Is
No
your
joke.
Valley Girl accent coming out?
What? When did I get a Valley Girl
I
accent?
don't know. You were
Dan,
East Coaster,
don't
New
be, like,
Yorker a
knocking
second
it.
ago.
I honestly really love accents. When I first started speaking, I had an English accent, and I honestly developed the accent I guess I have now from watching a lot of American television. So I like accents. I'm not very good at them, but I like accents.
Like Beavis and Butthead.
Yes.
Sounds like cool.
That's one I won't do though, because my original American accent was very Beavis and Butthead. I'm a little embarrassed by it.
That Gory B Movie, she makes us go.
Swing.
Nah, that's
You sent us a photo. I will check that out soonish. Okay,
Is it of
so
a Maki?
Better Watch Out is one not enough people have seen. It's also called Safe Neighborhood. So it's got the two siblings from The Visit are in it, but they playing different characters. One gal in this is a babysitter, and it's that awkward. Have you guys ever had to babysit somebody who's not a whole lot younger than you? Who's like 5 years younger than you? You know, my grandparents were 6 years apart. Like they could eventually be married. So she's babysitting this boy who is, you know, a young teenager. He's had a crush on her for a long time. He's smart. You know, he's one of those kids who would like wear a bow tie. And, you know, and he's crushing on her. And she's there for babysitting him on Christmas. He invites his buddy over, and you're like, okay, I think I know where this is going. This is like Adventures in Babysitting. It's a little weird. She's getting ready to go to college. She has a boyfriend. Her boyfriend's kind of a douche.
It sounds like her ex-boyfriend has like kind of an unhealthy thing for her still.
This movie is one you absolutely need to check out. It is, I think, streaming on Shudder. If not, go to Just Watch and see where it's streaming. But the big twist of it is the kid she's babysitting pulls a full Home Alone thing. So there's like people invading their house, and it shows you like what would happen if you actually did that stuff. Like you threw a paint can down the stairs, it would make your head explode.
At least bust your nose wide open and your teeth out.
So that's the big there's a lot more twists in it. It's very twisty. There's a lot of crazy stuff in there. It's very horror movie version of Home Alone. Absolutely, if you like Dial Code Santa, if you like Home Alone, this is one you need to check out. It's pretty dark, but it is really fun. Christmas Evil. Now this one holds a near and dear spot in my heart. So this is about a guy who dresses up like Santa. And he actually really pays attention to the children in the neighborhood. He watches them with binoculars, but it's
a
actually
little creepy.
Everybody in the neighborhood, to be honest.
it's pretty innocent because he's really just marking down who's naughty and nice. That's really, it's not pervy, it's not sexual. He wants to know like who's bullying somebody, who's stealing, who's being dishonest, who's doing their chores, and he's genuinely chuffed by like, you know, children that he sees being really good children. You know, he believes in the spirit of Christmas, and he has a brother who is more like the rest of us, who's like, it's a holiday, you know, but this guy, he is so invested in it. And what I love about this movie, and this movie is surreal in places, but I think we need to remember what this movie is, it's really tackling these ideas we have about Christmas are such bullshit. These ideas that we have to be perfectly nice, we have to be perfectly good all year round, we have to be perfectly loving. And that's not human. You know what? It's human to be an asshole. And what happens in this movie is this guy is so invested in this illusion of Christmas that it drives him insane. And when he sees the ugliness in the world and he sees the cruelty in the world, it makes him actually crack. And it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
It's a psychotic break.
It is. But it's because of this Norman Rockwell idea of what Christmas is supposed to be.
Well, and he
And
sees his
it's-
mom and
Exactly.
Santa.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Exactly. So this Norman Rockwell idea of what Christmas is supposed to be, that's such bullshit. He strives for it so hard that when the reality of what the world is, that none of us are saints or devils,
That's
we're
what
all
cracks him.
fucked up. None of us are naughty or nice. It drives him crazy because he wants to believe that we can truly be this Norman Rockwell ideal, that we can truly be our best selves. And then there's a little bit of Christmas magic in it too. So the movie's not cynical. You would think this movie, if you haven't seen it, sounds so cynical. I know the way I'm saying it sounds cynical. But there's this part at the end where it's like, no, if you want to believe in that, if you're this guy and you want to believe in the best of it, you're not wrong. Maybe you're right. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe everyone else is wrong. There's a little bit of Christmas magic in it too. But as far as having themes that really directly relate to Christmas, this is, I'd say, the best one on the list. It's not one for everybody. It's kind of slow in places, but this movie is a lot smarter than it gets credit for.
Mm-hmm.
Where I really liked Better Watch Out, but especially going from just on the theme rating, it doesn't even have to necessarily be a Christmas movie. It would still kind of be the same movie if you took Christmas out of it. Like she could just be babysitting him for whatever reason. It doesn't have to be taking place then. So yeah, definitely Christmas Evil is going more towards the actual theme of Christmas.
Checking in with the chat. James, look, I'm James. I'm just gonna call you James because I don't want to butcher your last name because it sounds like a really cool last name. The Wolf of Snow Hollow. That's okay, Gory. I put it in the chat. I'm gonna hop off now. See you later, Sapphire. Boop, ba, doop, ba, doop. Out of the two, which one would I enjoy more? Of Christmas Evil and Better Watch Out. You've seen Better Watch Out with me, and I'm pretty sure I remember you liking that. You would not like Christmas Evil. So, Zigma, you should vote for Better Watch Out. You would like that one more.
It's kind of like a Wonderful Life if it was a horror movie.
Yeah. I feel like Christmas Evil because there are parts of it that are so a little bit satire, a little bit surreal. It doesn't work for everybody, and that's completely understandable. It is also really slow in places. It's one that I didn't necessarily latch onto right away. I love Better Watch Out too. Better Watch Out is more of a movie you can watch with other people and stuff, but Christmas Evil is one you might need to watch it a few more times before it really hits you. You really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when you start to think about it and you think about what it's trying to say, I think what it's trying to say is really important, and for me, it really registers.
I also like to say that is Harry, the guy who has a psychotic break, he's also taken advantage of at work by the people around him, and they take advantage of his heart, his want the children to have these good toys because he works at a toy
they want to
factory.
make these cheap ass toys, and he's like,
And
no,
he's like,
we need to make
Why?
good toys.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and they take advantage of his kindness, and
Like if we make them cheap, then we make more profit. That's all they give a shit about.
right,
Yeah. And so in a way, you can look at it so many different ways. So the movie doesn't tell you how to feel. You can look at Harry as being somebody who's unrealistic or maybe naive. Or you can be like, he's entirely right. Why is this that way? Why is Christmas so commercial? Why is it so much about money?
It's like it's like Fallen Down. But,
I like that this movie has a lot of different layers to it. And I like that it can be interpreted so many different ways. I think there's a lot more depth
Oh yeah.
to Christmas Evil than it gets credit for. There is a scene at the end where a van goes flying, which I said it's that it's supposed to represent that Christmas magic.
Mm-hmm.
That, so
That
many
he
of
was
us
in the right.
not necessarily. I mean, you could view it as he's crazy. He killed himself. But
Yeah,
you can interpret it different ways, but I think the movie is trying to say that it's not wrong to believe in a little Christmas magic. Maybe it does exist.
It has some of those like they live consumerism type thing.
You know what it is? It's kind of a horror movie version of Elf, because he's essentially Elf.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has this pure heart believing in Christmas, and the world doesn't see it that way.
He only punishes the naughty.
Without being as funny as Elf.
Punish.
I've always sympathized with Harry from Christmas Evil. Me too, Kevin. Ouija, what's up? Welcome to the Gory Hole. Sup. He witnesses Santa stare awkwardly at his mom's leg for 20 seconds. It is awkward. It is awkward. And see, that's the thing. He's so innocent that a lot of these It's kind of like, you know, when Billy
Go
watches
over
his
his head.
mother get raped in Silent Night, Deadly Night, it destroys Christmas for him. And so these salacious, you know, aspects of Christmas Evil, like they're hard for him to digest because he is like somebody who has this very childlike mind.
Mhm.
So this is a close one. I think Better Watch Out is criminally underseen. I don't think enough people have seen it. It should be one that more people have seen. But I'm gonna go Christmas Evil just because I think Christmas Evil is underrated. I think a lot of people write it off as silly when it actually has a lot of layers.
I'm going with Christmas Evil because my biggest problem with that movie is the title. As she just explained to that movie, I don't know why they call it Christmas Evil. That's an injustice to how smart the film is. By giving it this cheesy, very like one-note slasher type name. That's not what you're getting at all. And actually, if you're looking for a cool slasher, because I love slashers too, this isn't the best movie to go for that. It's a lot smarter than it's giving credit.
Christmas Evil, it makes it seem like it's a straight-up Killer Santa movie, and that's not what you're getting. If you want a good Killer Santa movie, Silent Night, Deadly Night is the best Killer Santa movie, by far.
That's actually how I came across Christmas Evil. It's because I couldn't find Silent Night, Deadly Night. So I was like, oh, this looks like fun. I'll try this. But then it was like, whoa, wait a minute. This is different.
There's a lot of
This is
important themes
much
in Christmas
different.
Evil, though. And so I think, yeah, Better Watch Out would be the better title. Whereas Better Watch Out, it's not a Killer Santa movie. It's about, like, this kind of just evil person. If you watch the movie, you know who I'm talking about. So, yeah, I agree with you.
But like I said, that's my only real gripe with that movie. So
Did you vote?
I did vote.
Did you vote?
Yeah.
All right,
Did
I'm going to
you?
call. I did vote.
Okay.
I'm ending the poll. And it goes to Better Watch Out. So that's cool.
Your evil little Zach Morris.
Zach
killer.
Morris is trash.
Yeah, he really was.
Yeah.
I love that show though.
Alright. It's a YouTube show. If you've seen it, it's really
Well,
fun.
I love that, and I actually love Saved by the Bell.
I was going to say, that's what I thought you was going.
He loves Saved by the Bell so much. Even though
That's
Zach
our
Morris is
era.
a
That's what
sociopath.
we grew
Yeah.
up with after school.
But yeah,
See, I moved here from England, and Saved by the Bell was really popular here. But I'd never heard of Saved by the Bell, Full House, any of that stuff when I moved here. So it kind of went over my head. I didn't really latch onto it. Actually, the show I liked was Perfect Strangers because I dealt with somebody who was
Yeah.
an immigrant. I did
Cousin
really
Melfi.
latch onto that. I loved the
Hilarious.
Disney Afternoon, but I never quite got Full House or Saved by the Bell. It's because I didn't grow up. I moved here as a foreigner, and so it was just, it's very different humor than what we have in England.
Yeah.
speaking of Perfect Strangers, Cousin Larry, we saw him recently. She-Hulk, yeah. He's
Yes,
the dad of
yes,
She-Hulk.
yes.
Okay, it's like we just saw him recently. Which I like that show up until the last episode.
Dracula You know what movie I like that nobody likes? It's a Dracula movie, Dracula 2000. Anybody
Yeah.
else like? I like that movie. I know it's
I've
I
not seen
know it's some garbage. I recognize it's some garbage, but sometimes I like some garbage.
As the
it. Sometimes she likes the B movie.
douchey guy from that 70s show. Canceled for good reasons.
Mm.
Ugh.
Okay, round two. There's only 2 fights in this one. You
Eyes are-
okay?
Yeah, my eyes are just watering.
Oh, you poor thing.
I'm fine. I'm
Hi,
fine.
tragic. That's so mean.
I mean,
It's because of you and I'm so mean.
I'm like, ha.
Oh, this is rough. This is rough. I can't do
This
this.
is our favorites going head to head.
This is your favorite and my favorite going head to head.
And we still
Gremlins-
love each other's favorite, though.
I
That's
love
the
them
thing.
both. Honestly, Gremlins is my second favorite.
Black Chris is my second favorite.
Oh, this is a hard one. Oh, this is going to make me constipated for at least 3 days.
So if I give Gremlins
All bound up.
2 points and you give it 1 point, but then you give Black Christmas 2
You gotta
points
love
and I give it
bidets.
1 point, it's tied at 6.
I adore you.
Tied at 3. Oh boy.
Oh, boy. Good night now, it's dark.
Night night.
Gremlins versus Black Christmas. So we already kind of talked about these movies a little bit in round 1. Now let's just kind of focus on why we like the one we like better. I love Gremlins, guys. I love it so much. I have 4 Gremlins Funkos. You know how many? Okay, I know some of you, and God bless you. You have bigger houses than me, or are willing to dedicate more. I've considered getting rid of the pets or the kid to get more Funkos, but I haven't yet. But I don't usually collect the whole series of a Funko release. But I do have a lot of Gremlins. Not all of them, but I have 4, which is more than I have for a lot of them. I love me some Gremlins. I have it in my collection. I watch it every freaking year. As soon as it came out in 4K, I got it. Black Christmas is my favorite, though.
I have some Greta ears.
Hmm?
I have Greta ears.
Greta Gremlin Anna?
Yeah.
I got Greta back here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna be her. I was gonna do a cosplay on her, and
You
I found
should.
these ears where they look just like it, and they're
Yeah.
in
What
my
are you
drawer. I
voting
just
for?
came across them. Oh, I'm gonna have to vote for Gremlins because I have not seen Black Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we need to watch it. It's so good.
Or-
It's so good. It's so creepy. And it's hard to creep me out, but that Black Christmas, it just gets me, dude. It just gets me. It gets me in my vulnerable places. Gets me in them. And then I want to come back and get the
Got
getting
again.
it gone. Yeah, yes. English is a thing. It's a
Sometimes.
language that has grammar rules.
Alright, so I love Black Christmas, I do. But if it was like July or June and you're like, hey, let's watch Black Christmas, I'd be like, I don't know.
Sometimes
But
when
if you
it's really,
said, hey, let's watch Gremlins, I'd be like, oh, yeah, yeah.
when it's really hot
don't care what
outside,
year-
I like to
time of
watch
year it is.
Christmas movies because it makes me feel like it's cooling off.
It's Christmas in July.
And let's put it this way: Black Christmas, the tone of that movie is a little more how I actually feel about Christmas. But Gremlins is how I want to feel about Christmas. Like I want to be
You
super
You just
happy.
made me
and jolly.
cry in my heart. I
Like,
want you to have a good Christmas.
it's where I want to be like a kid
You,
again before the world
sweet
jaded
love,
me.
you got seats in the 5th row on the hard cam to AEW for Christmas. You are the happiest little boy this year.
Very nice.
Yes.
No, I
I love the
Wife spoiled him this year.
That's not what I mean though. I mean just like Christmas as a whole for society and stuff. Like I have a very like it's commercial and it makes
I
people
agree.
sad.
I'm Wiccan.
Those are like in me, and like you said, it was stolen from pagans and stuff because like
a lot of
bullshit.
this stuff. I mean, I know it's been commercialized with Coca-Cola. It's been taken over by the Christians and some stuff. I just want to
Hallmark
ask people like, why do you have a Christmas tree? Actually, explain to me what it means. And most people can't tell you, but pagans can. It's because it's the one tree that survives through the winter, and it's about celebrating what we have and who we have. Because they might not be here tomorrow. Because back in the day, a lot of people didn't survive the winter, especially the elderly and children. And so you were hoping for the best and you were appreciating what you had while you had it. And that's what, for me, Yule is about.
And it's kind of sad and ironic that because of Christians and just capitalism and consumerism, that the tree doesn't survive through the winter because they go cut it down. I mean, usually the trunk will regrow depending on how you cut it, but still. It's like,
for me, Yule is just don't take anything for granted. Don't take it's anything that you love could be gone tomorrow. So appreciate it while you have it.
I like to hold on to the innocence of Christmas because it reminds me of when I was a child, and that's where I like to live in Christmas is the innocence of it and the excitement and the magic and the what little bits are in the air and people are coming around and
That's what's
You know.
wonderful about being Wiccan is because some of our holidays have been Christianized. That Christmas and Yule are so very similar. I feel like we have a better understanding of where a lot of these things came from, but I mean the meaning is still the same, and there is something that makes you feel like a little kid when you look at the Christmas lights on the tree, and when it
That's how I
feels
feel.
great when you give somebody that gift that makes them
That's-
like make that noise like oh my
yeah,
god,
when you can pinpoint it right down to like, oh, I
Mhm.
know what I'm going to get you because I know you're going to love this. And this is me expressing myself
Yeah.
to tell you how much I care.
and I feel like nothing makes me feel that way better than seeing a mogwai. So that's
You
why
know,
I
fuzzy.
vote Gremlins.
But yeah, I do feel like as a whole, I do
Right,
like
right.
that people try to be a little bit nicer during Christmas. I feel like we do. Whereas there's always like, but it's Christmas, I feel like people try to be kind of their best selves, and I love that about Christmas.
Mhm.
We just went on a whole rant.
Yeah, we did. We're talking about Christmas.
The point is, that's how I want. That's what Gremlins makes me feel, and that was the reason why I brought all that up.
I'm gonna go with Black Christmas just because a lot of what I believe about Christmas is in there. Sometimes, commercialism might tell you that it's the mom, the dad, and the children, but sometimes your family is your chosen family. Your family is the people who are there for you when you're alone. And these girls are in a sorority and they have each other and they're being attacked. There's also this father who is there for his daughter and he keeps asking, where is she? Where is she? And she's right there. He doesn't know where she is. And it's heartbreaking.
Oh my God.
And I feel like that movie was just one smokeless ashtray away from perfection.
But I think, especially as we get older, we assume our children are going to outlive us. And this movie is a reminder you can't count on anybody being there tomorrow. And yeah, these girls are great. They don't deserve this. And you fear for them. You genuinely like them. I love this movie. It's funny when it needs to be. It's really scary. I really do love Black Christmas. Gremlins, I love Gremlins so much, guys. It's such a toss-up, but for me, Black Christmas is just a work of art. It was made at a time before slashers were really cemented as a subgenre. It was made by somebody who also made them probably the most overplayed Christmas movie of all time, A Christmas Story. It has so much to say, and it does it without ever being preachy. I love Gremlins so much. I do. It's so much fun. It's so close. Gremlins is my second favorite. It's like choosing between your kids here, but because Black Christmas really pioneered a whole subgenre of horror, I'm gonna go Black Christmas. It's amazing.
Gremlins was made by Chris Columbus, the good Chris Columbus, the one that I celebrate every year.
He's Native American, so
I don't like the other one.
Yeah, he has good reason.
Sorry about your wife's friend, Tatum. That's horrible.
Oh, Tatum, I'm really sorry to hear that. Yeah, things have been rough for Tatum.
That's a bummer.
I'll give you some Care Bear stairs, Tatum. My really fat belly.
I like to make my face look like a... Get the double chin in there.
Yes. It will be added to my devotionals. Margot Kidder kind of deserves it. She was a pretty big jerk in the movie. I feel like Margot Kidder, she's lonely. She's drinking a lot. But she does love these other girls. You know?
You talking about her or her character?
Her character.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't think she was a jerk at all. I thought she was kind of this outspoken. But see, the thing is, the girls are so different. You know, they're so different in this movie. You have like the sweet girl, the funny girl, the kind of maternal girl, you know, the good girl. But they all look out for each other. And you genuinely are sad when every kill in this movie happens, I think. I love the house mother who's hiding liquor throughout the house.
Laugh every time you find the liquor.
I just think she's great. I think she's wonderful.
I gotta have a stash for everywhere.
She hides it in the toilet tank. She's so
Keeps
great.
it cold.
She's so great.
Toilet
Even
wine.
Billy, I feel bad for. If you pay attention to all of Billy's messages, you can kind of piece together what has happened there.
That's what he wants you to think that happened, but still, it's the story.
But I like to think that Billy lived in that house before it was a sorority house. And something horrible happened. I think Billy has some issues, and Billy was left alone with his sister. And I think, you know, the sister was kind of the beloved child. Billy somehow accidentally killed her, or if you want to go with the remake, hit her in the walls. But Billy was abused too and wasn't, you know, quite fully responsible for what he was doing because he wasn't quite all there. And yeah, he's just returning home. He doesn't understand why these girls are at his house. But that's a whole. We'll do a video on that.
Plus,
today.
this movie helped inspire that episode of The Simpsons where Bart found out he was the evil twin.
Ah.
But this is also before When a Stranger Calls. It's before the urban legend of the killers in the house was really a thing. This was the first movie that had done that. So even though it's a cliche now, a lot of the things that we take as cliche now were not cliche when this movie came out. This movie pioneered them.
A lot of slasher movies, I think, have pioneered a lot of different movies that they don't get any credit for, because there's a lot of things that I'm learning through you guys that, wait, that was way before this movie came out. So this wasn't the original. That was, but it was a different.
I think, especially because, I was born in the 80s, you were more in the late 70s. When we look at some of these movies that came out before we existed, we're like, well, I've seen that a dozen times. But at the time this movie came out, it hadn't been done a dozen times.
No, that's before they ran out of ideas.
You look at like Psycho, where they kill the main character 20
right off.
minutes in and hadn't been done before. But we're like, Scream did it too.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know, other horror movies didn't have fellatio.
There's a whole running joke in this. So back in the day, you had extensions for different phone numbers, right?
Yeah.
So Margot Kidder is telling the police officers what extension they need to put in to get to the sorority house, and she tells them it's F, fellatio, which they don't understand that means,
I know what it
Yeah.
I'm well versed.
Yeah. I just did that whole hand gesture on here, and now
You're hungry for a banana.
when the stream ends, I'm gonna think back to that. I'm gonna regret that decision. But you know what? This was live.
It happens.
This was live.
This is real
So
time.
moving right along, I guess I felt like she was needlessly mean to the others in the house and just drinking as an excuse. I can see
She's
that.
taking her issues out on.
I mean, like Bekki and I, if you guys watch the show a lot, we tease a lot. But I'm not I can be gushy occasionally, but I'm not like I'm kind of a sarcastic,
Yeah, neither one of us are.
offensive person, and if I rib you, that's like my way of saying that I'm comfortable enough with you that I know you're still gonna like me even after I tease you.
Mm-hmm.
So I get Margot Kidder because she's kind of who I would be in that house. That's who I would be. I would tease all the girls, but if anyone came for them, I would have their back 100%.
Oh yeah, she would.
And I feel like that's how Margot Kidder is. Like, she does get killed pretty early on, but I feel like if she saw any of the girls in danger, she would risk her life to protect them.
And the most likely to be saved by Superman.
But I could also be reading into it because, like I said, that's kind of the character I identify with. Also, Andrea. I can't remember if that's the character's name or the actress's name, but the girl with the curly hair.
Mm-hmm.
Those are characters I kind of identify with. Hey, Cal L's here. Speaking of Superman.
Identified with
Hello.
Billy.
So let's check in with the vote. Did we vote? I voted.
I voted.
I think I voted.
Yeah. Voting happening.
I voted Gremlins. You voted Black Christmas.
I voted Gremlins.
It's okay because Gremlins won, and you know what? You guys are not wrong. Gremlins is a classic. It's a movie that shouldn't work, but it does. It's scary. It's bloody. It's funny. It has little creatures in it that should be marketed towards children, but it's too scary for children. This movie should not work. This movie, on paper, probably should have flopped. But it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant, and it's never been duplicated. Ghoulies, Hobgoblins, so many movies have tried to like borrow from that, and
it introduced us to Corey Feldman's side hustle, selling Christmas trees.
That's probably what he's really doing.
Spilling
now.
paint water on Mogwais.
So Gremlins is moving into the semifinals. Dun, 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 dun. These are things in the semifinals.
Plus, Judge Reinhardt. Awesome.
Hey Tatum, did you see that cool alert box thing that came up when you resubscribed? So yes, if you guys do a super chat, I tend to read your comments anyway, but I absolutely read your comment if you send a super chat. But you also get this cool little animation that comes up, and I have special Christmas ones. So, it's working now. Check it out. It's cool. You don't have to. You can also just watch the show.
What's the next round?
Ding, 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 ding.
I feel like I've been drinking a lot of Christmas ale.
More.
Oh,
all right,
Dan's
so
driving me home.
Let's see. Tatum says, Gory question off topic. Will you get memberships? Tatum, I have been thinking about it because it does kind of keep everything in-house, which is cool. I like the special emojis. I have a Patreon now. I don't know if I can do both, so maybe I'll get rid of Patreon and do memberships. Maybe, I don't know. I have to look into it a little bit more. This channel was only recently monetized, so this is all kind of new to me, but I will look into it. Let me know if you want a membership, why you would want a membership, because I don't really know that much about them. Okay, so the next one we have...
In this corner,
Jack Frost.
these
This
3
one's-
giant balls of snow.
This one's easier. I like it
all
it when you talk about balls.
Balls.
big evil balls of snow.
Did you ever see the Jack Frost with Michael Keaton in it?
Yes.
I bet one of my favorite things about this movie
Yes,
existing, because they
I
came
like
out
it.
at the exact same
It's too
time,
mushy.
basically, is that somebody rented the wrong one for the kids.
Look what.
It had
Okay,
to have happened. at
I
least
want to talk to
once.
Bekki for a second. So Cal L says your friend needs a channel. Talk her into it. She's a coolie girl. So what you may not know about
Thank
Bekki, and I love this girl so much.
I'm shy.
I'm going to give you guys the whole backstory of how I met Bekki. I actually knew her in high school, but we're not going to talk about that because we didn't really become friends until much later. We were in roller derby, and there was this kick-ass girl who had tattoos, and she had multicolored hair. I'm like, that girl. It's like that song, the Rebel Girl, by Bikini Hill.
Oh, I love that.
That is the song I hear in my head. I'm like, that girl is fucking cool. I want to be her friend. Like, she was the coolest girl there. Wanted to be her
Aw.
friend. And she ended up being my derby wife. I still think she's the coolest girl I know. But yeah, she's 100% awesome, and she's really, really shy. You wouldn't believe it to see her on the show. But yeah, she doesn't get out a whole lot. She wants to start an Etsy store. We need to make this happen.
Yeah.
I know, you
But
guys.
That's why I'm glad that you're on this show, because Bekki doesn't put herself out there much, and Becky's like the coolest girl I know. So I'm so glad that she does this show with me, because
Thank you.
I get to, like, you know, share the coolest person, the coolest girl I know with some of my favorite people here in the Gory Hole.
The three of us.
My coolest guy, my coolest girl, right here.
So.
There's an awesome video on Horror Addicts about the three of us and Mr. Beefy going to Hollywood Horror Nights.
I love Mr. Beefy. Mr. Beefy is awesome. Actually, her husband and I have the exact same birthday, which is pretty cool. I want you guys to get to know Mr. Beefy a little bit more if he's really shy. Hopefully he'll join.
He decides to come
They're
on.
both really shy, but they're wonderful.
We like to live in our little bubbles.
But I mean, you guys, if you see me on the show, you probably think I'm really extroverted. If you watched last week's stream with Michael Finn, who knew me in high school, where he was like, it was impossible to get Gory to talk in school. You know, I'm great with other horror people. Like, if you like horror, you are my new best friend, and we can talk till the sun comes up. But yeah, no, I'm pretty quiet, and I'm really introverted. So yeah, you guys. That's why this has become like kind of a family, because you guys get it, you know? And I think a lot of you are that way too, where you're really introverted, but when it comes to what you're passionate about, you know, then you kind of open up and you let people in. So, you know, that's why we all gel here. Okay. Is it getting too mushy?
No.
I mean,
I'm like,
those peas are well mushed. That's for sure.
You mushed the peas.
I mushed the peas.
We make mushy peas. Never seen the Jack Frost Keaton on horror. It's an acquired taste. It's weird. It kind of reminded me of that movie Fluke, where the guy dies and comes back as a dog, which kind of reminds me of Oh Heavenly Dog. That's a whole bag of
Did you
dog.
know?
Tatum,
Yeah.
I love both horror movies and true crime. I'm actually a serial killer buff, but I don't like to say it because
She
I get
does.
shit because people are like, "Well, do you know the victims?" And I actually do. So, but
Why not? I think you could. I actually think
I like that.
what
so.
Becky's
some of
really
them.
good at is, one, she's an incredible baker. She made the wedding cake at our wedding. Incredible baker. She's incredibly at crafts. Knock it off.
No.
I think if you made a channel, you should show people how you make the stuff that you make. Because
Seriously, people would actually think they'd be interested in that.
I
just
can
don't.
read a recipe, but it's still like what she does is artistry. I think she should do a channel where she shows you how she makes like headbands, scrunchies, soaps, baked goods, and it's all creepy. I think you should. But anyway, I'm done embarrassing you.
Okay, thank you.
Go in with you on and off. Now, we'll start with the Etsy store and we'll ease into the rest.
Okay, let's talk about.
I'm
you
all about that
guys.
social. See, that's why we get each other, guys. That's why we get each other. We all have that social anxiety, and you know what? Like today, I almost didn't do this stream, and I'm just gonna be real with you guys. You know, I have a lot of social anxiety. If I'm too social, I need to kind of go into my little gory hole and hibernate for a few days. But you guys are my people, and so it's easy to talk to all of you, and it's easy to talk about stuff I love. So sweet. Do it, Beck. Becky, that's so cool. I love that store. We're gonna do
Okay,
the store
we're
first.
Just not talking about
We're
Becky
gonna
anymore.
do the
We're-
store first.
What? Jack Frost? Better watch out.
Better watch out for Jack Frost.
Right?
There was a killing in East Wenatchee by the
Oh
Fair
my
point.
god.
Fair point. Are you familiar with Wenatchee? I didn't know you were in the area, but that's interesting because I live in Wenatchee. I don't know if
Yeah.
I should say that on the show, but
No, if you want to talk about like weird murders, our town for some reason it doesn't have a lot of murders, but when it happens,
when it does,
it's messed up. Like whoa,
messed
like
up.
really bad.
We've had some really bad ones. We just have weird stuff happen too. We had a guy who drove his car into the mall.
Yeah. Now you can find
Remember
that
the
on
day
YouTube.
when you could drive in the mall and smoke?
You can find that video online.
Yeah.
That's insane. Okay, moving right along. Jack Frost or Better Watch Out. I'm gonna go Better Watch Out.
I'm gonna go Jack Frost
Why?
because I love that movie. It's
Fairpoint
like-
Station went to Eastmont. Fairpoint Station, like, do I know you?
What?
Fairpoint, do we know each other outside
I
of you?
graduated
I
from
don't know.
Eastmont.
What's up, Fairpoint Station? Fairpoint Station, if you don't mind telling us, do we know you? Like, outside of YouTube? What's up?
Have you seen us?
I graduated class of 99 from WHS. So if we know each other from high school, what's up? Tell me what's up. Tell me if you know us. Now I'm like, did we go to school this guy?
George Wagner.
What school were you in?
I went to.
Or what year were you in?
Well, I went to what's it called? The alternative high school.
That's because you're straight up gangster.
Well, yeah, I got married and got pregnant, so I went to the alternative. And yeah.
My brother was friends with Danny.
What?
Who's your
Who
brother?
are you, Fairpoint Station?
Fairpoint Station.
We need to know who you are.
Will you tell us who you are? You are? Have you seen us? Okay, we're totally outing for. I graduated in 04. That's a year after my brother.
The year after me.
My brothers and Danny graduated in 2003, and my son was born in 04. I graduated in 1999 from WHS.
I graduated from Eastmont 2003.
And your brother was friends with Danny? Oh my goodness. Fairpoint Station. Do we know you? We need to get you in a video. I love Fairpoint Station. I love that Fairpoint Station always donates 666.
I think that's cute.
I think it's adorable.
The comments are coming from within the city.
Okay, moving right along. What's a better movie? Better Watch Out, Jack Frost.
Jacques Frost.
Why Jacques Frost?
Jacques.
Jacques Frost.
Jacques.
Jacques Frost has what you say, more funny kills. I like it when they do the
You
kills
like
that
more
way.
funny kills. than
I
Jack
like when
Frost.
he melts down to waters, and then he comes under doors, and he stabs lady with tree, and she gets ornaments crushed in face.
Yeah, that does happen. I like when he cuts the kid's head out with a sled.
I hope that wasn't offensive. I'm sorry if it was.
You can get away with that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Do you know Mike Barger?
Yeah,
Bro, that's Fairpoint Station's brother.
his brother was a good man. He was.
Was he Charlie Brown?
No, but he was a good guy.
Fairpoint Station. So, like, hey, are you still in the Wenatchee area? What's up? What's up? You want to hang out? Want to come over for a Royal Rumble? Let us know what's going on.
Yeah.
Message me on the social medias. If you're in the local area. Now you got me doing it. If you're in the local area, we'll have you in a video or something. That'd be awesome.
I'll just talk with the coffee talk the whole night.
And
if you want to.
2004 was a good year. That was the year that I unleashed my half-demon son Lulz upon the world. You're welcome. Also, your Shaun of the Dead came out. Great year. Great year. Oh my gosh, your brother passed away?
That's so sad.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
sweetheart. Oh.
He was good though.
Why is that
Okay.
funny? Why are you laughing?
You might be laughing at something else.
I hope so.
I know.
Because this
It's
doesn't
other
sound...
people's replies to their things. But anyways.
Mr. Barger, we need to talk more. Anyway, getting back to subject. God damn you, Bekki.
Girl, it's not me. You're the one talking weird.
You're fucking mad.
I'm actually from New York, so I can talk this way.
Are you from New York?
Yes, I am.
Where were you born?
The Bronx.
Nuh-uh. Tell us
Yes,
about
I
it.
was. I was
Straight
born
out of
in
the
the Bronx
Bronx.
at Albert Einstein College of Medicine.
Really?
Yes,
That's
really.
cool.
That's why
You know where
they
I was
call her
born?
Becky Bronx.
I was born in
I was from the block.
Mother flipper. I was born in Ipswich, England, so-called town of the witches.
I
Where
love that name. It's Ipswich.
that's where there's Ipswich is wherever there's one in America, there's one in Australia.
No, I
But
want to
yeah,
go to the...
we used to persecute witches in my home.
That's horrible, but I would love
Sad.
to go there someday with you. Like, we should go to Ipswich
I was born in this
Should
dump.
and do, like, go backpacking
I
or
want to
something.
show you the homestead.
Yes.
Okay, guys, I've been having too many of the beers.
I guess so.
Anyway, Dan, you're not supposed to judge me. Just love me
I
unconditionally.
don't. I'm loving you, aren't I?
Oh.
You guys know how sweet I am to this man. I read him stories at bedtime. Last night I read him 4 stories out of Stephen King's Night Shift because I love him so much, so that he could sleep.
Just fought Jean-Claude Van Damme, and you seemed so unimpressed.
Oh.
It was acting, Dan. It was acting. Watch Weird Animal Hates You. Look it up on YouTube. We're in a music video on that channel.
Yeah, Weird Animal, Scorpion in Love is their newest music video. I
Oh,
play
that's kind of
Scorpion.
cute because you guys' song is from Scorpion.
Yeah.
That is cool. Yeah, our song is No One Like You But the Scorpions. Okay, so I'm gonna vote.
Do that.
I'm going Better Watch Out. I think more people have seen Jack Frost. I think Jack Frost is
Oh,
really
you tied
funny.
it up is what you just did.
Oh,
But
goodness.
I like Better Watch Out. I think it's kind of unsung. I think the acting in it is terrific.
Mhm.
I think it's got some great twists in it.
Yeah,
What do you
But
going
it doesn't have special oats.
it doesn't.
Please tell us why the special oats are
Antifreeze.
important.
Because they have antifreeze in them. And he was feeding it to his father.
That
and I'm
kid's
glad
dumb
his
as a
dad
brick.
didn't die.
That kid is dumb as a brick.
Yes, he really is. The stupid kid.
What a dumb fucking
I
kid.
know, he should have gotten knocked down.
Like,
by
you should have just tied your, like, tubes and testicles and whatever men do inside their penises to make them not have kids.
vasectomy.
Yeah, you should have done the vasectomy before you made the kid who gives you antifreeze and cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kid's kind of
Am I
stupid.
gonna get
no one wants to be
canceled?
that guy.
No, he's just stupid.
But
We're just waiting for the day when I get
He was
canceled.
so very, like, not needy, but, like, constantly getting, I don't know, I didn't like that kid. He just had, it wasn't.
Fairpoint Station, you're making me so sad. I feel like Fairpoint Station, are you still in the Central Washington area? I feel like we need to hang out, yes?
that I knew his brother. He was a good guy.
I'm so sorry.
I
that
know
you
who he
lost
is
him.
now.
I'm so
I didn't
sorry
know that
for
you
all
were
the
Fairpoint
passing
Station
that's
this
been
whole
happening.
time, but now I know.
My brothers, I love my brothers so much. I can't imagine losing a sibling.
No.
That's hard. I'm really sorry. No one should have to go through that. No one should. I'm really sorry. I'm glad you're here though. You're good people. And his brother was a good dude, right?
Yeah, I was actually, that's like, because I hadn't seen him for a while, but when I heard that news, it was like,
That's really sad.
I didn't know about that. That's horrible.
so. Broke my heart to hear it.
Fairpoint Station. Yeah, we can get back to the movie. I'm so sorry. But yes, we should have you on a video or something. Yeah, not meaning to make people in the chat feel uncomfortable. We have a tie, guys.
Someone's
have a
got to
tie.
break the tie.
Hey, Beefster. Mr. Beefy. I got something to talk
You know what
to you about.
you remind me of right now when you had the gloves. The gloves.
Is it the lady from
Jean?
Ghostbusters?
No, you
Oh.
actually remind me of the woman who's like, Mike Wachowski, gotta finally pay for from Monsters Inc.
Mike Wachowski.
Yes!
I would have
Remember
went with
that!
Gene from Ghostbusters, but
That's when I was talking with the New York accent. It reminded me of Janine.
You have a lot of brothers too.
I have
Do you have
three.
any sisters?
I have two, and I don't know them.
Because you're the baby.
No, because, like, my dad knocked up his dad's best friend's wife and when he was 15. And so I have a sister out there. Her name's Allison. I don't know if you're out there. I've never met you, but yeah. And I also have
T is getting spelled.
I also have a sister named Cassandra. They call her Sandy DeWitt, who's a horror movie buff.
That's cool.
I don't really know her. I've talked to her once or twice, but yeah. But I also have three brothers.
13 Wolfman's here.
what's up, 13
Is
Wolfman?
Gooey my new nickname? Gooey B Movie. I actually kind of like that. Do you guys want to
Gooey.
start calling me
Gory
Gooey?
Gooey?
I don't know.
Gooey
Gooey
Gory?
kind of reminds me of another word.
Shut your fucking hole. The gory hole is kind of gooey.
But is it
Like cake?
Like marshmallows.
The word you always see when you look at the box
You
of cake
shut
mix?
your mouth. You guys know I hate that.
Well, it looks like Jack Frost broke the tie.
Okay, we're calling it. Guys, this is getting way too
I
personal
voted
today.
for Better Watch It. I do think it's a
This
slightly
is,
better movie.
who would have thought
I like
that
both
our what's the best Christmas horror movie string would be so personal? Like, shit's coming out, right?
mm-hmm. Oh,
Shit's coming out of
on.
Jack Frost, that's for sure.
yeah, Beefy.
What'd he do?
He won for me.
What a little stinker.
It's like I have 2 votes.
What a little stinker.
Unless he chooses
he
to
gonna
vote
be
against what you tell
you
him.
guys-
I mean,
do
he
you
is
guys
his own
want-
man.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
could do it.
I
in
know
the
where he
glory
lives.
hole, do you want to see Mr. Beefy come on a stream and talk to me about horror soundtracks? Let me know.
Of course. Should also get like Brian Barnes or
Yes.
Weird Animal. Like, I'm sure they'd be down for that.
You know, as far as the whole half sisters thing, we all had parents who I'm assuming were in the either 70s or 60s, and it was quite crazy then. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't have more popping out of the
Okay,
woodwork.
Jack Frost,
Jack Frost.
and better watch out. Wait, we
We
just,
just
did that.
did that one.
We
Jack
just-
Frost won.
Okay, hold
Yeah.
on. I'm so
Haley
confused.
taking the Christmas.
You know
sale.
what,
Put it
Becky?
away.
Why don't you suck a bunch of balls?
Gremlins and Jack Frost.
You know this whole Generation X thing that's just really annoying.
Oh, well, we already know who's going to win this one, of course.
Gremlin.
Dick Miller, of course.
Dick Miller is a beautiful man.
he survives getting mowed down by a tractor in this movie because he comes back to
Dick
the sequel.
Miller is a treasure. Okay, so Gremlins versus Jack Frost. Guys, for me, this is a no-brainer.
I'm going with Gremlins.
I'm going with Gremlins.
I love Jack Frost. I think it's one of the best.
What are
It
you
is
going
great,
with?
like Killer Snowman movies.
Oh, that's what he was. I was looking at Bob. I tried to see what Beefy was saying. He's like, no, they don't, because he doesn't. He's being shy.
All right, you guys talk whatever crap. By the way, you guys want to see my cool Killer Clowns from Outer Space pajama pants?
They're
singing it now
adorable.
anyway, so even if they didn't want to, they kind of.
Well, there you go. I'm gonna go to the little Gory's room. Talk amongst yourselves.
Tell the little Gories I said hi.
You're welcome.
AKA the Gremlins.
No. Oh.
What happened?
Did you get it stuck in
No,
that
the
wall?
Go ahead.
Hi, Rocky.
Hi, boys.
Hi, little dogs. So, what do you actually prefer? The wisecracking killer snowman or the awesome killer little gremlins?
That's not fair. Gremlins. It is a much more a superior movie to Jack Frost. That's not fair. Jack Frost has no chance. It's like,
But what
Yeah.
this has told me, just the finals here alone, is people like killer creatures when it comes to their holiday
I mean,
massacres.
it's a level of disconnect. You have, if it's a creature coming after you, it can come after anybody. There's no real, reason. But when a person comes after you,
Think there's a reason.
yeah. well,
Sometimes it's scary to find out there really wasn't,
yeah.
but you always try to reason with it in a sense.
And they always seem to me as they're just having fun with you. Whereas a person who's a murderer, slasher, or killer, they're having fun with you, but they're having fun in a way that they know is going to completely mess your brain up before you die.
Hi, stinky baby. I love you.
He's
so
not
much.
stinky. I groomed him yesterday.
Still a little stinky.
He's a stinky baby. I love him.
You're stinky.
Oh, I can't believe
Your
this.
minge is
Stinky.
stinky.
Your minge is stinky. Your
That's
minge is stinky.
Oh,
and
Oprah's
nice.
minge is stinky.
I have that special spray.
Minge.
Minge.
Not that
Smell
Oprah.
minge.
How your channel got shut down by Oprah.
All right, vote.
Oh, baby.
I'm going Gremlins all the way. Gremlins is a classic. Jack Frost is like a D level.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's just
It's like a. I found Jack Frost like we were at a Blockbuster and it looked kind of funny and it is
Holographic little card in the VHS.
It is
is cool.
serviceable for that, but if Jack Frost came at the theater, like I give zero shits. Where at Gremlins, I'd have to see that. What are you voting for?
Gremlins. It's not. There's no contest in my mind.
There is no contest.
If
It's
I
a much superior movie.
paid to see Jack Frost in the theater, I'd probably be like, that was cool. But most people would want their money back. Like the
You a
mainstream
baby.
audience, anyways, would not be cool with that.
They'd
So.
definitely be saying something as they
Yeah.
walked out, like, "Well, that was a waste of $15."
But I don't think anybody, unless they
I
hate
feel like-
cinema in whole, would say that about Gremlins.
I feel like Gremlins is a movie that even mainstream audiences, I would say you have to see it in your lifetime. Jack Frost is something I would recommend to particular horror audiences. It's
yeah,
not.
kind of a niche within the horror
It
audience
is a
itself.
niche.
But I like it. And I think it's cool that like these both made it to the final. Like I said, they both are these crazy, fun, murderous characters that make you laugh, but also do horrible things to
Oh,
you.
cool. Kevin got his sticker from my Patreon. Yeah, I have like a gift thing on there. So the longer your Patreon, the more gifts you get. It sends out shirts, the stickers. I'm going to try to mix it up a bit more. But yeah, that's so cool. Tatum, you're a Patreon. If you're there a little bit longer, then you'll eventually get a sticker.
I get a sticker.
If you want
You get a
one.
sticker. You get a sticker. You get a sticker.
You really want a sticker with my channel on it?
Oprah
Yeah.
Minge. You
I
get a
can make you a shirt.
demonetization. You get a demonetization.
I love this dog.
I want you guys to make a logo, and then I want you guys to go and put it through
So
Spoon
this
Flower,
right
so
here
I can
is like
make
a
some
meme of
stuffed
how
animals
much
out of the gory fabric and have gory bears
All right, Bears.
or horror addicts bears. Perfect. I can go
Like
either
the
one.
rooster is
I'm an equal opportunist. I didn't mean to leave you out.
Rooster is like the
Rooster
gory
bears.
hole, like that little face, and then I'm gonna shoot dog.
He
Those
is
eyes.
so stinking cute.
He is so cute.
That's a
I love his
man.
overbite.
You gotta get
Overbite.
You
All
just-
right, I
Three teeth
think
that he still has.
I brushes,
listen to
dude.
them.
I know, it's
Don't
getting
listen,
old.
they're beautiful.
Gremlins won by a landslide. So, guys.
Did anybody vote for? Oh, I guess somebody voted for Jack Frost.
Oh yeah, it wasn't like a complete.
It was
a flawless victory, just kind of a squash, is what
Jack
I'd
Frost
say.
is my dirty little
So,
secret. I like to watch
Gremlins
it.
should be here at the end, right?
Yeah, so I guess we'll be talking about Gremlins. That's the way you voted, right?
Okay,
What's
so
the prize?
Gremlins is the winner.
this is how we did it. So this one actually has a prize at the end. The prize was that next week, whichever movie won would be the one that we talk about next
like
week.
an
So you see
online
Gremlins,
review.
right?
You're gonna do
So
like an online-
next Sunday, we're just going to talk about Gremlins. We're going to give you fun facts behind the scenes. We're going to tell you why we love it. We're going to go through the movie in exhausting detail.
Yeah, and there will be puppets and guns,
Ooh, I'll make snacks.
And I have a Gremlin shirt.
and we might just go.
I did too, but it was stupid from Hot Topic, and when the first time I watched it, all the Gremlin came off.
Oh,
Just
no.
remember, if you're
So
watching,
pissed about that.
remember which time zone you're in because you can't snack while watching after midnight,
That whole situation is very confusing.
right?
Okay, so next Sunday, please join us at the normal time of 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. We will be talking about Gremlins. If you've enjoyed the show and you haven't already hit that thumbs up button, please do so. It makes
We'll
us feel
break your
better about
thumbs.
ourselves. We're not going to break anybody's thumbs, okay? We're just going to cry
I just wanted to get a
We're
little
gonna
more out of
cry
that East Coast
our-
accent.
in our pillows
break
with our
your
giant
thumbs.
heads.
Gonna put you in the finger cuffs.
And then we're
Yeah.
going to go sleeping with the fishes.
Finger cuffs.
My girl Bekki, she knows. She knows what happens.
Down in the Bronx. No, but seriously, my grandmother and my dad talked like this the whole time. That's why I'm good at it. So I actually know how they talk.
Hey.
It's been
It's
been
in
real.
me.
All right, let's check in with the gory hole before
Yeah.
we sign off. What?
Fix the thing so it says who won.
I don't know why it's not doing that.
And then show them and like flash on the screen so those that voted against them like feel bad. Just kidding. Might also cause seizures.
Just
Perfect.
rub it in there a little bit.
You know who I've met is Zach Galligan,
Yeah,
and he follows me on Twitter. I don't know why he does.
that's cool.
Maybe because he likes how cool you are. I mean, you're pretty cool.
That's cool, but he does follow me on Twitter. So this is the movie that won.
This is
Gremlins.
Isn't she beautiful? Gremlins is best.
It's really great.
Have you guys
It's-
ever seen Drop Dead Gorgeous?
No,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. You have to watch that.
we should watch it.
It's about Montrose.
I know what. I've seen the posters. Doesn't it have Kirsten Dunst in it and stuff?
It's Kirsten Dunst and Christy Alley.
Oh, what's her?
But
Just
you know,
passed away.
it's funny is that in that movie, that was as closest to Christy Alley's actually her actual like attitude. Because after, well, you know, everybody showed their heads with the politics and whatnot, and if you watch that movie, she's like, "A mayor, I can."
Nah, yeah. I like to think of her as a Klingon, though, you know.
So
Yeah, I have
Gremlins.
Rebecca from Cheers.
Gremlins
That's
won.
good,
I
too.
like to think of her
And look
as
who's
talking.
See,
Yeah.
everybody's got a
I
different.
remember the CGI sperm in her
She
vagina.
had beautiful
or whatever
eyes.
they were. This little sperms.
Tatum will be here. 13th Wolfman. Nice to see you here in the Gory Hole. We've been friends a long time. You ever heard the story by Three Dog Night, Joy to the World? It was written by Hoyt Axton, who played the dad in Gremlins. That's really cool.
Oh, okay. He's like, I
Very
love how he's
cool.
like such a crazy inventor in the movie. Like, it's just a random '80s thing to have in a movie.
It has such memorable characters. Even the side characters, I think, are really memorable.
Yeah.
And they give them just enough that they feel like really real people.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Gizmo So yeah, I will be rewatching this week. I will be taking copious
We were probably
notes.
gonna watch it this week anyways. It's
I'm
getting
gonna
really
give
close
you
to
guys-
Christmas.
I was gonna say that's a Christmas movie.
Watch it
I'm
every
going to
year.
give you guys ridiculous amounts of unwanted behind the scenes info. Yeah, we're going to talk about this ad nauseum next week.
Sounds
So
good.
we're all going to rewatch this, right, guys?
Yes, I'll
As
rewatch
a
it.
little
You
gory,
voted.
as a little gory family, we're gonna watch it. Get Mr. Beefy in here. We're gonna watch the Gremlins. We're
Beef
gonna talk
State,
about
you
the
gotta get over
Gremlins.
here.
Mr. Beefy, you gotta get up in here and watch the Gremlins with us.
So if you don't like next week's episode, you only have yourself to blame.
You really do.
No pressure.
All right, you guys got any Christmas cheers you want to spread? Goodbyes. Think, what are you doing on your channel, Danny?
I will be reviewing Bloody Christmas with you tomorrow. Or Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yeah, no, tomorrow's Monday. Never mind.
We're on
Tuesday.
Monday.
2
I
days
don't
from now.
Shit on Monday.
Tuesday on Horror Addicts channel. And yeah.
So, Horror Addicts TV on YouTube. Check it out on Tuesday. I will be live with Danny. If you're not already subscribed, you should subscribe because there's tons of Danny and me and tons of horror. It's wonderful. And Bekki, you going to be here next week talking to us about Gremlins?
Yeah, I think I could probably make it next week.
Very cool. Mr. Beefy, you can join us if you'd like. Always welcome.
Mr. Antisocial.
Thank you everybody in the Gory Hole for joining us tonight, for voting, for participating, for sharing your thoughts about why you love these movies. We look forward to seeing you again next week to talk about Gremlins. And until we meet again, blessed be. Bye.